Hey, back again with another show this evening and something different, something completely different than what I've been doing in the past. So, if you've been keeping up to date with my community post, you'll have seen what I have planned for this evening. Whether or not it gets off to a flying start tonight, who knows, because it's only something that I've thought about today. But hopefully, we may be able to get some of the format accomplished today with a view that once this format gets rolled out a little bit longer, more people will start to prepare for it and be ready with their proofs. So that's the plan. Good evening, SE, and hello to you too. So let's see who we've got in. Amanda Young's always there, first in. Hello, how are you doing, Amanda Young? Gently's channel and Paul Keeling. Nice to see you in, mate. Yeah, I saw you in the park. I believe it was yesterday. So I was out feeding the birds and the squirrels, and you were feeding a couple of young people. May I say, a couple of young people flat Earth proofs and all kinds of other proofs. You were red pilling them, which was quite funny. In fact, you were so engrossed you didn't even recognise me immediately. It was quite funny. You went to go and do some filming yourself, and you didn't get a chance to actually do that. But it was nice that you red pilled them, and it would appear that they enjoyed it. So that was always good. That was always good. I spent 2 hours with them, so good lad, getting out there and red pilling these guys. That's what's needed. That's what's needed. You know, the old 1-on-1. Or 2-on-1 in this case, and yeah, good job, lad, good job. Still closer, nice to see you in. He says, I never play the insult game. That's a quote apparently from Sean Hawkins, July the 22nd, 2020. Note that if you've got a problem with Sean, and let's see see if you can ever get a chance to use that. Who else do we have in? Critical YM. Okay, so he's asking what the format's going to be. I'll get to that in a minute. And he also goes on to talk about this test that I'll be doing this weekend. Now, I had originally planned it for Saturday. The weather, unfortunately, when I first did that, the weather was supposed to be pretty good for the Saturday, and it was 10-day forecast, you know. Obviously, we get nearer the time, and it looks like Friday is going to be the better date. It would appear that everybody who was supposed to come is still going to come on those days, so that's all good. So it should be being done this Friday. Now, I'm going to explain a little bit about that to you, because you appear to have not listened to any of the stuff that I've talked about in the past about what's going to happen with this particular test. So it'd be interesting to actually show you what I've got planned for that. Ian Adams, nice to see you in. Cleary, Yo-Yo, nice to see you in too. Who else do we have in? Smurfy Girls, whatever's, nice channel. I was once a Glober for 6 years, nice to see you in. Mark, and Sean Hawkins, nice to see you in. What's that? Ustra Ding Champ? No idea what that means, but nice to see you in anyway. Right, okay, so what did you put? It needs to be like Nathan Oakley. Globers welcome with evidence without get out. Okay, if you say so, bud. Right, listen. Now this is specifically for, I've already, where are we? This is for Critical YM. Right, so this is to understand what's actually going to be taking place on the day that I have allotted now, which will be Friday. So this is an observation of Blackpool from Barrow-in-Furness. Now then, somebody is going to Barrow-in-Furness, almost to the exact same location where these images were taken from. Now my hope is, with a drone, and underneath the drone attached a green laser, we will be able to, from his position, drive. Let me just transition this across so that you can see this better, right? Be able to get in his direct line of sight to the tower, so I know where I need to be to do that. Attach the laser to the drone, and with the altimeter on the drone, know exactly what height it is. And from their position, some 14 miles or 15 miles away, looking at this drone, I'll be able to fly the drone up and up and up and up like so, with the beam facing this way to the right, out to sea. So it'll be out to sea for me, and he will see it like so. And the idea being, the reason I want this to happen is so that firstly we can take a look at what's actually going to happen with the beam as it's going out to sea. You know, from this perspective, believe you me, I'm pointing the drone out to sea. It's all surrounded by sea, this. It's the way it is. So this is going out to sea, and I'll be lifting the drone up and down, and we'll be checking what it's doing at different altitudes. So we'll start off at, let's say, 150 feet, and then we'll drop to 100 feet, and then we'll drop to 50 feet, 40 feet, 30 feet, 20 feet, to the point that we can no longer see the drone. How will you see the drone though? How will you be able to tell where the drone is? Well, you can triangulate the beam divergence of the laser back to its source. So if you get an image that comes to your camera like so, and you want to be able to triangulate, well, where is the drone? Where did the drone come from? Well, all you would have to do from that is just put a line like so across there when on your image after you finish with it. Put a line like so, and hey presto, you know where the drone is. It's dead easy, because that beam divergence will give you a very narrow corridor. It will line you into where the drone is. So firstly, we'll be able to test for when we can, at what point do we stop seeing the drone. Now if you look at these other images down here, you'll see, for instance, that from this location, let me scroll down here, I was able to see all street shoreline to shoreline of Blackpool, basically. And from where the drone is right now, if I was flying a drone and there was earth curve, when I did the filming from this position, where this drone is right now, I shouldn't have seen the drone. But everything beneath that drone, obviously that we're seeing in the image, we saw. So that's kind of a problem for the globe. But, as I say, the most important thing for this particular test is just to see the reaction of the beam as it goes across water. From a side-on view, that's what you'll see. You'll see the laser going across water. Somebody will film it. What does the beam do? Does it bend? Does it bend upwards? Does it bend downwards? Does it keep in a straight line? Does it change when you go higher up? Does it change when you go lower down? What happens to that beam? So that's the whole point of this test. Something different, something that nobody's done before, and something that hopefully we'll be able to get some decent data from. So that's going to be happening on Friday as opposed to Saturday. So there we go. Hope that cleared that particular part up. Right, okay, let's see what he's saying. You should do it at a higher elevation to get refraction out of the game. Well, as I said, if you had listened to me talking about this before, you would know that that's exactly what I'm doing. Okay, don't think, has anybody else got any complaints about what I'm doing with this laser on the drone? Understood, but would the beam be visible as a line all along from the side view? Yes, it would. Let me open up Google Earth and I'll show you the exact locations so that you can prepare yourself for this. So let's get this organized. Okay, so here we've got the UK. Here we have the locations, right? So this is going to be, give or take, within a couple of 100 meters, probably, maybe a little bit further back, maybe a little bit out to the side, maybe from this, but this general location is where the observation is going to take place. So somebody with a P900 camera is going to film, and they are going to film in this direction from here. So let me put a line in so that you know. So the heading that this will be going is 160 degrees, give or take. Yeah, 160, thereabouts. So here he is, looking over towards Blackpool Tower, like so. So he's going to look up for Blackpool Tower, looking at 159 degrees, basically. And then myself, I'm going to be in this position down here, and I'm going to be filming with the laser shooting out in this direction over here at roughly 268 degrees, that direction. So from his position, he will be looking at the drone side on, dead easy. He'll be looking at it side on, so you'll see it going out to ocean. So he'll be filming Blackpool Tower. That's where his line of sight will see for the drone. That's where I will be, and I'll be shooting the laser out this direction, and he will be filming across here. So when we look at the side, as I say, on side on view, This is what he will see. He will see the drone like so. At almost, not quite a 90 degree, maybe 100 degrees, something like that, but it is a side-on view. So there we go. Right. Right, let's see if anybody has joined me in Discord. Let's see. Aha, we have Cleary, and let's get my... Cleary, how's it going, my friend? Oh, hang on, wait, before you answer, let me take you off. There we go, desktop audio, right. How's it going, Cleary?
Hey, doing good. I was thinking about Travis was talking about the ether band is actually running on the z-axis, the z-axis as far as the depth goes. I didn't know if you could maybe approach the observer who has the P900 with your drone and see if you could come out of that inferior mirage, if there actually is one, when you make that observation.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I don't fancy flying it out over the ocean, for fear of losing it. There's just nowhere safe to fly it once you go over the ocean, As regards, going where doing what I'm doing, I think that's the safest for now. I think also there's some people over in Southport that will be able to go there quite a lot and do some observations from Southport, which is the other direction for me. But we can get the same side-on view, so it'll be interesting. That they will probably happen more in the future, but for the first test, this will be the longest test because this is like 13, 14 miles, whereas the Southport one would only be about 6 or 7. So I want to get quite a long distance in just to see what's happening, and going up in elevation, go up to 150 feet, lower it down as far down as till you actually don't see the beam anymore, or maybe you see half of the beam and the other half of the beam's no longer there, but you'll have it on the altitude. You'll be able to see it on the drone. It'll tell you what height you are, so it can all be recorded, documented. And I just know, I mean, the 2 times that I've gone over to this location and filmed back at Blackpool, I've seen shore to shore at night time. So I have no doubt whatsoever that we're going to get some really good, not just observations, about the completely go against the globe model, but we'll also get some idea as to what the beam's doing, from a side-on view, because if it's acting on the side-on view, then it's probably acting on if it's acting on the y-axis, it's going to act on the z-axis as well, so we'll get to see that.
Yeah, that's probably safer than taking a one-way trip out over the water and not coming back.
Absolutely, mate. Listen, did you read what I said about I was going to do with the new format?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, you're gonna try to have more of a debate style, maybe with a couple people, or?
Well, no. I mean, the foot. So maybe people are confused with my post as to what I was actually, how I'm trying to do this. So I'm hoping that more people will join the show channel tonight, and hop on in and have a chat with us. So a bit like normal, how we normally start the show. And you normally see, 10, 15 people piling in the first 40 minutes or so. So we've normally got quite a big panel. But if I can get people in from the start for the first hour, let's say, and we've got some topics to talk about for the day. So we'll have 3 particular topics, let's say. So let's say we start the first hour and we're talking about refraction. So all we're going to talk about is the people that are in the channel. We're just going to stick to the format of talking about refraction. So that'll be showing observations, showing calculations, how does it work with the globe model, can you prove this, what's, all these kind of variants that are going to go into it. And then globe earthers bringing their proof for obstruction, and us being flat earthers trying to say, we think we can answer that, and then going looking for the answers within that hour, so it gives us a whole hour on refraction, but 2 sides discussing it. After the hour, we'll move on to a different subject. I want to move on to something else like Coriolis, so I want to kind of have it structured, so that we finish at the hour mark. I don't want to drag it on for the whole show. I've done shows before and there's been 4 hours of talking about the same subject, and it gets a bit, it just turns into a kind of a shit show, really, at the end.
Yeah, it gets a little chaotic. You don't want to end up like, one of the other channels where you get like 20 people trying to talk at the same time about various topics. That's a good idea. You can try that out. Yeah.
Well, I want to do that, but then, so I'll do 3-hour segments for different subjects, and let's say the third subject could be sunsets. Now we've got Crow XE in here, who's essentially done a lot of work on sunsets for the globe side. So he's likely to want to discuss something about sunsets for the globe model, right? Perfect. Okay, so we get into that debate for an hour. So that'll be the three subjects. Let's say that's talking about for 3 hours, and then afterwards we'll do something called a beef format. So let's suppose during that hour that Crow was debating, let's say Brian's logic. So let's say Brian's logic was in here because he's done things about sunsets for the flat Earth. So he wants a bit of beef with Crow. So he's going to say, well, actually, I've got a beef with you about the solar. I can't even say it.
Selenian.
Selenian or whatever it's called. Yeah, that thing.
What he said.
That's what he said. So he's got a problem with him, so he wants to bring it up. And we're going to have a little bit of a beef session between each. So if people have got a problem with one other person's particular observation, or they don't feel that they were overlooked, they can say, look, I've got some beef with whoever. And we'll get into that. And that will be one-on-one. So I will mute everybody in the server, so nobody's jumping in. Everyone gets a chance. So go on.
10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that?
Yeah, I'd say 10, 15 minutes is a good... I don't want it to be just 5 minutes, let's see. And what I will also do is, so say, Crow, you want to ask Brian's logic a question, and Brian, he's hot for coming in and say, well, I want to stop you there kind of thing. Well, he won't have that opportunity because I'll server mute him as well. So he's asked you a question, let's say, and then you're now responding. So you're now responding, well, Brian's logic will be server muted until you finish your explanation. So he cannot interrupt you. You get the full opportunity to express what you need. And when I feel that you've said everything, I'll unmute him and then he can respond. And I'm going to keep it that way because I don't want it to turn into a interrupting all the time, I'll save that for an after show. I'm thinking that after the 4 hours, I'm going to go to bed, leave the show recording. If you guys want to stay in and tear each other's eyeballs out, you can do that, and that's fine. But I think for the main shows, I just want it to be about proper flat Earth arguments, globe Earth arguments, and really trying to get down into the nuts and bolts of what's going on here, Digging for answers.
I like this, but
worth a try.
I have a suggestion for the server muting thing. Let it be not by default, just when one of the sides requests, because sometimes I'm explaining things and he doesn't understand, so he want to say again, maybe. But if he's like those people who cannot control himself and just always jumping, then I will ask you to do your thing.
That's fair enough. I have been quite lax with, with letting people express their opinions, and I've kept obviously a close eye on everything. Kept an eye on how the show's performing, the feedback. I've been taking feedback on board, and when I originally started the show off, I had an idea with what I actually wanted to do with the show, and then along the lines, it sort of progressed into a more of a debate kind of free-for-all, and I kind of now just want to bring it back to the original idea, but change things around a little bit to just give a bit of structure to the show, which will obviously involve a little more moderation, but I'm not going to stop you making your points. That's the main thing. I'm not going to shut you up from making a point, but I will try and move things along as well. Because if we're going to get stuck on a subject and you're going to double down on not answering a question, then there's no point in continuing that. The audience can decide, well, why did you decide to be ignoring that question or not wanting to answer it? So I think the new format will give the opportunity for people to have the toes hold to the fire. That's what I want. I want people to have to answer questions. I felt that in the last few months, people have deliberately tried to avoid answering questions.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people want to divert onto something else that they can address. But hey, have you seen the ITRH's sun fade out when he's got the drone above the clouds? It's totally amazing where the atmospheric light extinction occurs. I don't know if you saw that or not. It's on that tinfoil hat interview that he did.
How long ago was that?
I could try to track it down.
Was it a while back, though?
I'm not sure if it was a long time ago. I know he did it several times, but he did present that when he was on the Tinfoil Hat show recently. with what's his name, Eddie Bravo.
All right.
I could try to pull it up here and try to share that, I guess,
Sure.
somewhere.
Yeah. AJM
Alright, cool.
he says he's just popped in to say hello because it's half time. Okay, half time with what? Is it Liverpool playing or something? I guess so. Right, let me. Crow, is there anything? Right, let's get this show on the road. So I've been going for 20 minutes. So Crow, Globe Earther here. So your subject is the sun, right? So is there anything you want to talk about with the sun that you think flat earthers don't want to answer or avoid answering at all costs? Ooh, silence from the Glober. Let's get this transitioned across. Just 1 second, guys. I have to pop this out so you can see who's actually in here. So let's see who we've got in. We have AJM, we have Cleary, and we have Crow. Crow, are you still there, or you gone on mute for a time? Crow? Cleary, are you there? Is somebody there? Are you going to leave me all hanging, guys? What's up here?
Yeah. We're here, man. He has the right to remain silent about the sun.
He certainly does. I mean, I was expecting him to say, well, yeah, I got a problem with, this or that. He's quite active in the Discord, so, I can't understand why he suddenly decided to go silent for a change.
Yeah, it's just like you were talking about, like with the refraction downward. As the sun, the light source goes away, it's getting refracted down. And as demonstrated in DITRH is above the water vapor clouds, he was able to not get the sunlight refracted down. The only thing he experienced at that altitude was light extinction. So that's pretty obvious to me what's going on.
I think eventually, I would say over the next couple of years, we will get that. We will get that answered. I'm pretty sure we'll get the proof to prove it. But it's just because it'll be something that we're actually going out and looking for, as opposed to just hoping to find. So if you deliberately put in the effort in to try and find it, I think we will. So watch this space. I think we'll have something for you in the next couple of years for sure. I hope to have something by the end of the year, but you can never predict these things. I mean,
I would say in the next couple months it's going to get nailed down pretty good as to what's going on with that, because everybody's on the same track. When you were presenting that the other day about the sunset, I was like, man, that's exactly what I've been observing as well. So a lot of other people are seeing the exact same.
Yeah, it's interesting that other people are starting to argue that too as well, that point now, which I've heard it as well. So it is taken, people are taking it on board. But I think,
once you get the globe mindset of celestial refraction, which they call downward refraction, which is like looming, bringing the sun up, and then it goes past the geometrical physical edge, which we determined the sunset is way, way past any mathematical geometric sphere edge. So, something else is going on. It's getting refracted, what we call refracted down towards the ground as it goes away. When you get up above that, you can see that it doesn't get refracted at that level. It just goes extinct, light extinction. I'll have to cut out that clip and put that in here somewhere in a little while. DITRH.
Okay, well, yeah, if you could have a look for that, that would be pretty cool. Well, for me, I've got a location not far from me. It's a place called Nicky Nook. It's around about, I think it's about 800 feet high. I'd have to try and find it and have another look. But I could go there and I could observe the sunset from there, and I could take my drone up as well from that location. So I could probably get to, 1,300 feet maybe, who knows. I'd have to check the regulations to see whether or not I could actually fly in that location though, I suppose. But it would be pretty cool to do an observation from that height and take it out of the atmosphere that's causing issues. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I don't, you know, some of those drones can they get up to 4,000 or 5,000 feet or 1,500 meters or something? I'm not real sure, but I think you have to get up pretty high. Maybe just depending on where you're at too.
Okay, right. I am going to have to finally get rid of one of the trolls who's just making a hell of a lot of racket in the chat right now. And this is essentially what I don't want. You know, I mean, come in by all means, troll, be nice, be a nice troll. But when you're literally just going on, and I've let you get away with it just in boots for days, right? And you've just pushed it too far now, mate. So I'm sorry, but you're a bye-bye. See you later. No more. None of your shit. Get rid of that. Oh. Right. You know, troll dealing with. I don't, you know, by all means, come in. Talk about, talk about things, bring things up with people. But if you're just going to be... I mean, look how many fucking messages I've had to remove. You've made more messages than the rest of the people combined. It's ridiculous. Get gone. Right. Crow, you're there.
Did you make it back in?
Yeah, I can't find my mic. I was making coffee and now I lost my mic. Oh, hello. My mic is on my lap. I just didn't see it.
Okay. Right. So tell us. We're looking for what you would consider as a globe proof with sunsets or with the sun, etc. You know, what is there a question that you would like a flat Earth to try and answer? You know, if you being a globe earther here.
Yes, the question will be just try to model it, like make a scale of it, and try the motion that you believe that this is what's going on. Try to put lenses between that light source and the map that I have. Try to create whatever that makes the sunset like we see, because the problem is with the dimensions that we are giving. The sun would be 14 degrees high during midnight.
Okay, so I have a problem with the idea that the sun is supposedly set when we still see it. How does that work in your model?
Just behind the curve.
So it's behind the curve, but we can still see it.
No, we cannot see it. Once at the moment of sunset, the upper rim of the sun is behind the curve, so we can see it. If we get higher, or if we go towards it, then we can see it again.
So when we see a sunset, we just see the sun setting. We don't see the sun hasn't already set, and we're seeing a reflection of the sun.
Like reflection on the water?
No, like a hologram, like it's being loomed up.
Oh, okay. I think yeah, that's the lens thing, and it's moving when you move the camera around. You see it goes around, right?
No, not the lens thing. In your model, and this is what's told to us because you can ask anybody that's I mean, you probably not, because you actually research the sun and you know what it does. But your model says that the sun's already set when we still see it.
Oh yes.
It's already underneath the geometrical horizon.
Yeah. So it's gone beyond the geometrical horizon, but we still see it. So
yes.
How does that work?
How far away is that?
It's the light of the sun that's bending. That's what I know. It's not that the horizon changes its location. Half a degree bending of light. So if you have an equatorial mount, you follow the sun from let's say noon time. The equatorial mount, depending on its model, because some older models don't have the capacity to follow the sun perfectly. This model will keep following the sun perfectly until just before sunset. It will be faster than the sun or slower, something like that. I always get confused about it.
So don't you see that as a problem? Because I mean, you're just going to fall back on refraction here, but don't you see that as a problem when you're saying that you can measure 15 degrees per hour drift?
Yes, until the last 5 or 10 minutes, maybe even 10 degrees or 15 degrees, you start to notice. And it's not really a problem because refraction is a thing. We know it's there.
That's why
But
sometimes the sun looks distorted towards the horizon.
Sorry, let me adjust your mic there. It's a bit.
Carlos, yeah, his audio is very low.
Yeah, let me address that one sec.
Hey, can I get a mic check?
Yeah,
Too?
and what about now?
Yeah, hold on one sec, one at a time. So let me do. Hang on, Flat Earth Data's server muted. Why the hell's that? Right, you're not server muted now. Carlos, can you speak, please?
Yes, I can.
How's that? Right, okay, you're sorted. Right, okay, so let's try Brian. Brian, give us a mic check there.
Yep, mic check, mic check.
Okay, right, you're sorted. Flat Earth Data, can we do a mic check with you there, bud?
Yeah, good day.
Sweet. Right, okay, so everyone's on point, right? Okay, so somebody said something then that's why the sun changes.
That's Carlos.
Carlos, what did you say there?
Sorted.
That's why the sun changes at sunset?
No, I'm saying that about 15 degrees from the horizontal. It's people don't look at stars to make measurements and stuff because there's some distortion because of the refraction.
Okay, so I was having...
It's like the waves on the moon.
No, like the stars never touch the ocean. I mean, shouldn't that raise a little suspicion that the stars maybe they're going away from us? They never get all the way down to the.
No, I'm addressing the 15 degree per hour because it is consistent throughout. Except when you get closer to about 15 degrees to the horizontal.
How about this? In Alaska, it's not 69 miles per degree. It's like around 45 miles per degree. It doesn't add up, man. It's the questions when you scratch the surface. When you're looking at the surface, yeah, it looks fine. But when you delve into it, there's problems, man. And that's why we're all here. We're asking the questions, and y'all are not giving good answers.
I'm giving answers.
What about in Alaska, where it's only 45 miles per degree, and even higher than that, like in North Greenland, where it's like 25 miles per degree? And if you're looking east to west, that doesn't happen north to south because latitude lines are parallel, but the longitude lines are most certainly not. And the sun is traveling east to west, and that's where the longitude lines get skinnier as they. And I've heard people ask this question before. I looked into it, and it's legitimate. What's your explanation?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, look at a globe.
Hey, Carlos.
Look at a
Carlos,
globe.
wouldn't you have to have a 180-degree field of view on a flat surface to have 12 hours of sunlight for 15 degrees an hour? That doesn't happen everywhere. That happens some places, sometimes. But if you're on a ball, wouldn't you have more than a 180-degree flat surface field of view?
I don't understand the question. Can you ask again?
Okay, you're saying the sun moves at 15 degrees per hour. That would assume that you have 12 hours of daylight on a 180-degree flat observational area field of view. That doesn't happen very often. I mean, sometimes you have, a much longer day, or you're at a northern latitude, and you may have extremely long 24-hour day.
Yeah, they didn't expect you to ask questions, Cleary. They didn't expect you to actually look into it. They expected you to just listen to what they tell you. and then they
Yeah,
want to
that's
claim
right.
Coriolis traveling north to south. They want to claim Coriolis, but then they don't want to explain the sun and its timing and its miles per degree. They and then they
You said
obfuscate
we
with
don't want to explain it.
They most certainly do not.
What? Okay, what do you makes you think we don't want to explain it? Like everything we tell you is an excuse, according to you.
Okay, well, I mean, like even the stars. I've been
Okay.
seeing this stuff over and over.
There's an experiment that you can do to confirm the length of day.
Well, Crow.
Okay. Brian, do you have? Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy.
Do you have a?
Crow, you're robot now. I can't hear you.
Yeah, you're breaking up there a little bit, Crow.
Oh, yeah. How about now?
Yeah,
It's
better.
okay.
You're
Still
better.
bad. Okay, so if you have a globe model, you and put it in like kind of a container to have and fill it with water until the water reach a certain altitude on the globe. Now, where the surface of the water is touching the globe, no, I think it doesn't work this way. Well, put a globe in sunlight or any just distinct light, and see for each latitude, count how many longitude lines are seeing the sunlight. When you go up to the North Pole, you will find all the longitudes are facing sunlight, and maybe in the equator you just find 12 of them and not the other 12.
Crow. The fact is,
Crow.
when you're in the north,
Listen, man. If you take the ball and you take, I did this experiment with the ball on my channel, and I proved that the time zones wouldn't be possible on a ball. Okay, and you can prove this by taking one longitude line, putting one at the North Pole, perpendicular to the North Pole, and then putting one at 45 degrees somewhere like. If I live in Canada, so I put mine in Ontario on the same longitude line. And if you rotate that ball,
am I good?
just before, let me finish. When you rotate that ball, the shadows will not match. If you turn the disc into, you put a gnomon and sundials there as if it was on a ball, and the lights were going to come into that angle based on the idea you guys think the lights come in parallel, and you did this in a 3D model. You did this in a 3D model like I did. We'll show you clearly the shadows between I think 11, maybe 10:30 in the morning and 11:30, just before noon, because at noon on the ball they'll all line up.
That mallet?
If you take gnomons and put them on the longitude line on the ball, like an actual ball that you guys have, and shine the light at 12 noon, they'll all line up. But you keep creeping back to around 11 o'clock, you'll see a drastic change in shadows, meaning about a 45-minute difference. So along the same longitude line, you relatively have the same time zones. This is way off, dude, where it shows you that the time zones wouldn't work at that degree. It's something you can model.
The length of the shadow has nothing to do.
It's not the length of the shadow, dude. It's where the shadows is the angle of it, not the length of it, the angle of it. It doesn't
Also
match
irrelevant.
up.
This is not the way to
Listen.
to calculate.
Stop.
I'm telling you,
This
you're
was
just wrong.
listen. You were wrong because I can back it up with the science channel who did it. Okay. So listen, I just emulated a science channel through my research that I found a guy doing it, showing you how there's errors on the ball. Stop telling the audience being disingenuous. I'll tell you right now, in real time, go take your fucking ball and put some gnomons on it with little sundials, you cunt of a human being, and shine the light on it. You will see the shadows don't match, proving that
So
time
how
zones
does
don't
it
work
match
on a
on your
ball.
model then? How does it match on your model then?
Lay the sticks down on a flat surface, put a circling elliptical sun around it, you'll have the same angles on the sticks and the same gnomons. The curve throws it off by
No. Guys, I didn't say on a flat surface. I said on the model of the flat Earth. How does it match?
Take two. Okay, listen, bonehead. If you listen, this is how it will work. Okay, take your ball, lay the gnomons on the longitude line, create a little sundial, spin it. You'll see the shadows are off between 10:30 and 11. The angles are off. They don't match along the same.
What do you mean they're
line.
off?
They don't match along the same longitude line, so the shadows don't match. If one longitude line up
Compare it to
there.
what? I still don't get you.
Okay, listen. If you were going to measure the angles on a sundial will tell you the time. If you were to take your physical ball in real time and put two gnomons on them, one at the North Pole, one at a 45 somewhere in Canada, somewhere around the 45-degree parallel. Okay, you put it there on the same longitude line. Rotate your ball, you'll see the shadows don't match. The angles don't match. The angles are off. Okay, meaning that the sunrise will be 45 an hour quicker along the same longitude line. It doesn't add up. On a flat Earth, it does. You lay the gnomons on a flat disk, you rotate the sun around it, the angles of the gnomons are the same at all positions of the sun going around. So listen, I've documented this on my channel. I did it on my channel.
Okay.
You can go look at, listen, you can go look at it. You can go look at it yourself and try it yourself. I don't want to hear your verbally goobity gum. Go do it. Come back and show me where I'm wrong. I don't want to hear your goobity gum. Don't want to hear it. I want to see you. I want to see you go demonstrate it. Shut the fuck up and go demonstrate it. I'm sick of you beeping.
Okay, so the challenge is. I mean, is it possible for you to actually do that then, Crow? Would you be able to take him up on that challenge?
What's exactly the challenge? Because it's night, my globe model is broken.
It doesn't have to be done right now. Trust me. You know, I mean, you need this. You know.
Figure it out. Figure it out, big guy.
Yeah, well, I did figure it out 2 years ago. I did made a sundial, and I extrapolated the angles from that sundial, and I ended up making an accurate.
Beeping, you're just beeping, dude. I have a model up on my page.
Stop.
I have a model up on my page proving you wrong in real time.
I have more models than you. I have more models than you. You kept talking and you kept shutting us up. Now what I want to say. Yes. Okay. So the way I validated mine was actually accidental. I just made an equatorial mount, a very simple one, just with wood, and I tracked the sun with this thing. And I realized that with using this thing, I can calculate the angles and the length of day. Bit by bit, I ended up creating a sun calculator based on extrapolating the triangles from that sundial, and it works everywhere, all throughout the year, anytime. Gives me the correct angle comparing to time and date or suncal or anything like that. So I know I'm correct and you're wrong. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, that. Well, yeah. 30 or 40%, I'm dismissing it because I still cannot visualize what he's saying. But if he say the word, it doesn't match, then no, stop, it matches. I gotta look at his video first. If he can leave a link, would be great.
Sure, I'll get it in 1 second.
And I kept asking how he matched on his flat Earth model. All he said he did it on a disk, which I don't think it's talking about an actual map of all the continents and latitudes and everything represented properly.
Yeah, I just need to tell the audience it was my fault. I was speaking, and yeah, I'd had my mic on mute, so there was dead air, but that was my problem. That was my fault. So you weren't hearing what the panelists were hearing. My bad. Okay, so whilst he searches for that, would you be able to get a chance to look at it over the next couple of days?
Yes, yeah. Even if I can do it at the beef section or the beef segment or tonight, I'll try.
Oh, you mean you'd like to come? You'd want to go and watch it now, and then come back and have a response afterwards. How long's the video, Flat Earth Data?
Yeah.
So I posted two. I posted 2 videos, and basically I show you using Blender. Basic setup, basic situation, default sun 90 degree. basic sphere, a ball tilting 23.5 degree axis. I showed you putting two gnomons, exaggerated gnomons, on one longitude line, and then I rotate the ball, showing you that the angles of the shadows don't match along the same longitude line, meaning there'll be two different times along the longitude lines. If we lived on a ball, we don't live on a ball. That's why most longitude lines that we live on are the same time.
How long is each for your videos?
Oh, maybe 2 minutes long, 5 minutes long. I just do little short talks.
Well, I'll tell you what, would you mind if I played them now for the audience and for Crow to have a look at him right now?
Sure. And then I'm posting one later with refraction, different types of lenses, looking through them. And depending on the incidence of refraction, I can raise and lower the horizon just on optics alone, just using lenses alone, right? Of course, I'm using an emulated 3D program, which has an infinite horizon. So there's actually no optical limitations. It's not based on your real eyeball. So I'm going to be uploading a video what happens when you slope the ground 2 degrees up, just like in every anything you study about the edge of an eye talks about a slope. They measure the slope for depth of perception.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Let's.
That's not a response, buddy. That's just a
Right, so, I tell you what, guys. I'm going to put you all on server mute, and so that nobody interrupts. And then I'd like you to just listen into the video. So we've got Crow, we've got Flat Earth Data.
There's no discussion, man. Sorry, I don't really voice it over.
All right.
I can walk you. I can walk you through it, but other than that, it's just a quick video using Blender, where you can set up your own sphere, throw a skin on it, rotate it 23.5 degrees, use the default sun at 90 degrees, and put gnomons up and see that the angles don't match reality. And I took this from a science channel. This is why I love this argument, because this was a science channel debunking their own ball and then showing you the solution to it. I know what the solution is, but I love baiting these people into this thing right now, because it just shows the dishonesty, the disingenuous nature, and the direction they want to go with it. It's all about deception and not about honesty.
Okay, right, so you can all see my screen in Discord right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. So this is a 3-minute video. Here we go. You can walk me through it as well, Flat Earth Data, if you feel like it.
1 second. So this is the first video there, Ranty. The one that you should show is the second one I posted. Longitude, latitude.
Okay. So you want me to skip this video and go straight to the next one, yeah?
We can do this one too. So this one here is basically I'm doing the exact same scenario, taking the ball, throwing the skin on it, putting the sun at parallel 90 degrees, tilting the axis of the ball, putting a gnomon in Australia, and showing that comparing the data between Sun Calculator, suncalc.org, and actually just modeling the basis of the situation, which is the angles on the ball. And when you do this, you'll realize that there's no way to get the 118 degrees southeast direction. And when you look at it, you actually have to tilt the ball to about 50 degrees to get that actual angle. You'll see when I get closer to the end of the video where I overlay SunCalc to the angle. And I do both. I don't do it. I'm not hiding anything. Just right there, showing you exactly what anybody can. So it shows that the sun angles are correct in December, or the winter month in Australia, with the gnomon. You'll see the gnomon there is in the right direction.
Okay, can I just ask what's up with your mic tonight? It's a bit busy.
Oh, okay. Did that solve it?
Yes, it did, yeah.
Yeah, I had a fan on. Sorry about that. Oh, and by the way, for everybody, that there is just a little gag. I threw that. That's just a default sun setting in Blender. It's not actually the angle of the sun. It's just a pretty
Who's making noise there? Who's just...
What's that?
Is that crow moving around?
No.
Right, okay. Right, I'll move on to the next video.
Okay, so stop there. So there, you see, if you go back slightly there, you'll see that when I tilted it towards the summertime, which is December months in Australia, you'll see that the angle isn't coming in from the direction that SunCalc says it is, right? So, and I'm just doing the basics, man. I'm not adding anything extra, just the degrees, just the parallel straight light, and throwing a gnomon on the physical sphere ball. And yeah, that's it. And I do the same thing in the next demonstration with longitude lines, except for this time I took the two gnomons along one longitude line and I rotate. You can see the angles are off. So if we had, if you put like two sundials in this manner, you would see. And I took this from a science channel and I just emulated it in Blender to see if it would demonstrate the same stuff as the science channel is suggesting. It does exactly that. And so it's quite interesting to see the responses from the voters about it.
Okay. So I'm playing the next video. Crow, if you want to watch this.
Yeah, okay. But of course, this first one, I'm going to watch it again on my own.
Okay.
Because there's something... Because I don't see the sunrise and sunset on the first video. Or I didn't notice it, I didn't catch it, I'm not sure.
Do you understand the angles, right? It's all about angles. It's not about the length of the shadow, it's just the angles. That's it.
The angles in sunrise...
The length of the shadow can be relative to the size of the stick, okay? The point is, it's just the angles we're talking.
During sunset and sunrise, right?
No, listen. This is between 8 a.m. in the morning and 12 noon, okay? You'll notice that when at 12 noon I line up the gnomons here, the shadows will equal. When I go back in the morning, you'll see that the angles are really off, indicating that time zones won't work on a ball, as demonstrated right there. Look at the angles right there. So they're hugely off, man. Do you understand? I don't think you're registering yet.
About this second video?
The one you're watching right now. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you look, when I rotate, that's morning. These are approximate times. I'm loose on the times, right? If I spent a little more time, I could probably tell you more of the time. But you'll notice if you had a sundial here lined up with sequence, you would see that the shadows and angles would be off. So it wouldn't be the same time as North Pole as it is in fucking Ontario. It's off like by an hour, which means it doesn't work on your ball. You get it? I don't know if you understand it, dude, but I proved to you real time that time zones don't work right there. And anyway, we have probably like 30 new trolls in the last 5 days hit us up. At least 30, if not more.
That have come from where?
I don't know, man. I just popping up all new names. All new names.
What, on your channel or here?
At your channel, Nathan's channel, Plain Truth's channel, the channels that I watch, all new names popping up.
Do you get his point here, Crow, with the animation that you're seeing?
No. I see the shadow changes, direction, and...
The angle is off. They don't match. You have to understand that along the same longitude line, until the same time, they have to match in shadows, or else the sun's a different position, right? The point is they don't match, the angles are off.
Hold on. When you say they don't match, then you are comparing them to something, and I don't see what you're comparing them to.
It doesn't match the North Pole. So if the North Pole is telling one time, then straight down the longitude down only a couple hours away, it's off by an hour? Like, are you registering, dude? Come on, man. It's not telling the same time. Okay, so the time that's being told at the North Pole isn't the same time being told along the same longitude line down the second gnomon. It's off by like an hour, meaning it doesn't work on your ball because that's not true. If it's one time in the North Pole, straight down the longitude line in Canada, it's fucking time. I don't know if you get it, man. Nobody gets it or what?
No, I don't see anything wrong with this.
So you're looking at the shadows, right? So you're looking at the shadows. What he's saying is that the shadows are firing off in a different direction when he pauses him. So he's got 9 a.m., 10 a.m. So if you look at 10 a.m. and you look at where the shadows are pointing to, so this shadow here is in a different direction to this shadow here.
The shadows are not parallel. Is that what he means?
If you were to have a sundial and put the sundial in exactly the same position you have it, down the same longitude line, it worked on a flat Earth, which we are, the sundials will match. But on this ball, they don't match. So just put a sun disk around those little gnomons, and you'll see that they won't tell the same time. Okay? You understand? Yeah, they won't tell the same time.
I don't see any sundial there. I just see a.
I'm getting you to imagine it. The actual demonstration that I took it from, they use sundials. I just use the gnomon. Just use your fucking imagination. The angles are off. They don't match. So in other words, they won't be the same time, okay? So don't tell me that North Pole, from North Pole to Ottawa, which is, I don't know, 3 hours away, I don't know, maybe 4 hours away, it's going to be an hour difference in time along the same longitude line. It doesn't work. That's not reality. Reality is the same time. It's not a fucking ball.
Well, I'm not sure if anyone can adopt your point and defend it, because there's nothing wrong I see, except that the shadows are not parallel because the length of the sticks are huge comparing to the ball. That's the only.
So wait. If I shorten the gnomons would the angle change? Is that what you're saying? If I made the gnomons smaller, would they change?
I'm saying this is just a slight difference.
No, they won't change an angle if I change the size of the gnomon. It's just the shadow size difference, bro. Come on, man. The point is if we had two sundials loaded up to the, do me a favor. Take one ball, go buy one, go repair one, put two little gnomons on it with sundials, match the, one's at a 45 degree, you look on a ball, right? So it's not going to be pointed up at 90 degree. It's going to be pointed at 45 degree. Just like a ball, put a sundial there and spin it. And if you're not going to do that, well, that's fine. I have a science channel that already did it. It's on one of my videos already. I already have it on my channel. The science channel that did it. Just go through my videos. I'm not going to tell you what you want. The whole point is I love it because you guys are so disingenuous, dude. You don't even know what's going on when I can clearly tell you that it's telling you that there's two different times along the same longitude line, an extreme amount of difference in time, like an hour, and it's such a short distance. And it's not registering to you for some reason, and I don't understand why.
We can barely hear you. You're making so much noise, so much background interference. You're rubbing on something and you're scraping something and you're very distorted and blurred. It's impossible to understand a word you're saying.
Even without the noise, I think no one can hear.
Yeah,
Well, what would you? Right, okay, so yeah, you're pretty much saying what I'd said to him before. That is Mike issue, but what do you say about the problem that he's presented?
I haven't understood a word he said so far.
Okay, sorry, I changed my headset. Can you guys hear me now?
Perfect. That's much better. Yeah.
My
I'll
apologies.
go watch the video for
Okay,
minutes.
so what I've done here is I've demonstrated that you take two gnomons, one's at a 45 degree angle, one's at a perpendicular to the North Pole, and the time, if you took two sundials to them and put them there, and I took this from a science channel, like I said, I took the idea from a science channel because they were saying there's problems on the ball, and here's one of the problems: the time zones don't match up. No word of a lie. This comes from a science channel. So I took it, I modeled it. I was like, okay, let's see what happens. You got Crow-E telling you that, the size of the gnomons are going to change the angles. No, they fucking won't. They just change the size of the shadow. Let me finish. So along this longitude line, you can tell that at North Pole, it's not going to be the same time as Ontario at around 11 o'clock. It's going to be like an hour difference, meaning it's not reality. If you look on the sun calc or time and date, it's going to be the same fucking time at the North Pole it is in Ontario. This demonstration shows you that the angles are off, indicating different times, meaning it doesn't work on your ball.
So your claim is that the shadows don't follow.
It's not my claim. It's not my claim. Again, stop, Rumpus. I didn't start. I stopped immediately.
Okay, well, hold on.
Jesus Christ!
Right, listen, guys. Hold on. Right, listen. Both of you, listen. New format, please, one at a time. So let Flat Earth Data get his point. Rumpus, just okay. Let him make his point.
A science channel, okay, and I modeled it to see. I didn't have a globe. I had Blender, and sure enough, it does exactly what his model does.
Can I
Now
ask a simple question?
he solved the situation here. And it's lovely. You're gonna fucking laugh. In fact, when I reveal what this
Can I ask a
solution
question,
is,
please?
Just a
everybody's
set,
gonna laugh,
Rumpus.
especially flat earthers, because
He's just
it's gonna
going on
be
about how
like,
much he's going to
wow.
laugh. He's not interested.
Just let him let him finish his point, Rumpus.
The point
He's
is,
laughing.
Rumpus, please. Don't start the show off like this.
Okay.
the point of the matter is that in the demonstration in my model example, it shows you that along the one longitude line, the time zones wouldn't tell the same time. They're off. That's my point of this video.
Right. So the point is, therefore, you're saying the shadows do not form the same angle on the surface of the Earth with respect to
the relative latitude positions.
Hold on.
Longitude.
What's the angle actually relative to? I'm trying to think now.
Sorry, it's the latitude. Pardon me, Renty's right. It's along one longitude relative to the latitude. That's it.
I'm trying to work out now what you actually measure the. Oh God, okay, I'm having to think hard about how the bloody things work. What is the angle? How would you? Okay, yes, I must admit, I'm having to think hard on actually what the angle, because obviously the sun's a long way away, so those two shadows.
The light is parallel. The light is parallel in this demonstration. Okay, it's 90 degrees.
How have you achieved that?
So in Blender, when you go into the sun, when you default the sun, you put in 90 degree, and it will go 90 degree directly from the ball. So all the light is coming in 90 degrees. It's the default setting with Blender. Right? That's all it is. It's not magic. You're not doing anything superpowers. You're just taking the default setting of an environment and you're putting it at 90 degrees instead of above, right? So you get parallel lights. You can increase the intensity. You can, reduce the intensity, all that stuff. You can add all kinds of stuff. But I'm just keeping it really basic, so anybody listening can try it themselves.
But sundials are dependent on your latitude. They have a different angle on them.
I love it. I know the globe interpretation of what they claim to do. I understand it, Rumpus. I'm showing you what somebody did to show you that the practical models that you have in your households are wrong, and here's why. And this is one of the issues, okay?
You haven't demonstrated anything so far.
Okay, I clearly have. It's not my problem that you're having issues with it. The point of the matter is, all I have to do is throw a disc around these gnomons and it will highlight the exact same thing that Science Channel already did. I'm just baiting you motherfuckers because you guys are so disingenuous and you're so full of shit that it's this easy.
Is that the style you want?
This is how
Is that
this
the
is
style
how
you want,
easy
Randy?
it
Is that what
is.
you're looking for? That sort of abuse?
This is
Now,
how
hold on, Rumpus.
My apologies.
He's not interrupting you though, the Rumpus. He's explaining his. Hold on, he's just explaining his position.
He's being foul-mouthed, Randy. Is that what you want?
No, but ultimately he's just explaining his position, why he's presenting it. Hold on, the Rumpus. Don't dissect. Listen, just let him finish his point, and then you can address it. If you're not happy, you can call him a twat. I'm sure you will at some point. You do it 1,000 times every show.
Well, only when I'm provoked.
So just let him finish his point. But this is what I want. Let him say his point. Let you say your point.
That's good. That's good.
I clearly demonstrate on the default sphere settings, throwing two gnomons, one at the North Pole, one at 45 degrees, along the same longitude lines that the shadows don't match. And that's not reality. That's it. That's how simple it is. Now there is a solution to it, Rumpus. Yep, sorry. There is a solution to it, Rumpus. And I know what the answer is. It's on my channel. I already created a video, and it's fucking priceless what he does. But please tell me more.
Right. So, I'm sorry I've missed the early part of this. It seems interesting, at least as an idea. So this is what you're showing on screen is something you've done in Blender, is it, or what this Science Channel did?
No, I saw the Science Channel do it in a practical demonstration with a giant-sized Earth.
Why are you drinking? Why are you pouring liquid while we're doing all this? Stop eating and drinking while we're talking.
So I've seen the Science Channel do it. He took 3 gnomons with 3 sundials and laid one at the North Pole, one at 45 degree in Ottawa, and one 5 degree above the equator. And he did it with real gnomons and real sundials. And then he began to show you what the problem is, right? And then he offered a solution, and the solution's priceless. But I'm just waiting to see how smart you guys are, if you're truthful or honest. But it seems that it's not. So
I've had 5 words so far.
Sorry.
Right. So
I'm ranting. Go ahead, Rumpus.
Okay. Well, if you think you can answer it, Rumpus, you got a couple of. Hold on.
I'm just asking a few questions.
Fine.
I've got about 5 words out.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Tell me.
So let me get this right. You were looking at some Science Channel thing, and you have created this in Blender. Is that correct?
So I was watching a science
Oh
channel
my god.
take a model Earth, put 3 Nomans with 3 sundials on them, one at the
Right.
North Pole, one 45 degree, and one just
Yeah,
above the
you said
equator.
that.
Then he rotated it and showed you the sun angles and why they didn't match.
So he had a physical model.
That's correct. So
Right.
I don't have a big physical model like he
Right.
did. So I threw
And
it in
you created
Blender.
this in Blender.
So I threw it in Blender to see if it would
Right,
match
okay.
his observation, and I
Okay.
did, and it did, Rumpus. It matched his observation.
Okay.
The
Right,
best
just-
part about it is the solution, though.
Okay, yeah,
the
we've got that.
solution
You
to the
said-
problem.
You said that 10 times now. We've understood
Love it.
that. We've taken that on board. You've got a solution, right? I'm just trying to work out the angles that you think. I must admit, I'm gonna have to think hard about how sundials work and the angles that you would expect to see. And I must admit, I haven't thought it through in my head properly. What is when you're saying there are different
Ranty,
angles?
when I show you the result, Ranty, of the answer, you're gonna fucking howl, dude. It's priceless what he does.
Well,
To solve the
if
problem.
you wanna take a few minutes, Rumpus, to have a
Yeah, I
quick
will.
look.
I'm gonna have to go away for 5 minutes anyway, so I'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, have a look, have a think, consider what consider what the options are.
Okay.
Wonderful. I have an idea what the answer is going to be. I'm not going to spoil the surprise, though. Let's see. Crow, are you still around? If you understand the position now? That if you put a sun... Oh, he's muted. He's and deafened as well, right? Okay.
I got him running, Rumpus. Ranty, got him running.
Yeah, well, we can see that, obviously you can see the problem. If you put sundials at these, the sundials would give you a different time, correct?
Exactly. That's the whole point. The thing is, the solution is priceless because you can do it yourself at home to show you how it works. And there's a real deceptive guy. I'm still trying to bait him and get him. And he's really good into graphics, really good into special effects. It's that Jose Lay guy, or whatever his name is, or Jose Lay or whatever. I don't know if you've seen him around. But he's the one inspiring like T.J. Jones to do these flat Earth contests for like $1.7 million or whatever, and they're throwing these arbitrary flights in, claiming spherical excess because they can't complete a triangle or a box. So it's just kind of funny how these people actually, in my opinion, they know the Earth's flat because they're trying really hard to lie about it, right? Or they know something's off, right? They know they can't prove it, so they're trying really hard. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I understand the baiting tactic because that's something I do. You've got to try and engage people and set them a task to try and figure things out, and work it through. This is a great. Who's making the noise now? Was that Brian? Yeah. So yeah, this is kind of a really good first step, in the problems with the time zones. So let's see what Rumpus comes back with.
I mentioned something quick, Ranty.
Yes, of course, yeah.
They mentioned the excess and the triangles and everything. So I did some research on that, and with the excess on the triangles, what they're talking about, of course, are triangles laying down on the ground, right? So like if you're looking at it from a God view, and you're looking from way above, okay? So what I did, I looked into that, and I come up with that led me to the Nazca lines, and then if you look on Wikipedia, like it's going to tell you that the longest lines are like 1,000 meters or something like that. But you delve into it deeper, like I said, once you get past the surface, you'll see that there are lines that stretch through deserts, and there are triangles, and there's no excess in them geoglyphs, man, and a lot of them. That's the best proof we could have is looking at them from above, right?
Do you, Ranty? Did you want to reveal the answer? I can try to locate the actual science channel that did the observation, or do you want to leave it hanging for a bit to just see the outcome?
I'm just gonna wait because I want to see what Rumpus comes back with. I think I'm gonna see if he can figure it out.
Right.
I'm back.
Oh, Crow, you're back, right? Okay, good stuff. I've noticed you've had your mute on, so you wouldn't have been hearing what we've been talking about. But the Rumpus came in, and he's needed to step out to take some time to consider what could be going on here. Have you got the gist of this argument yet?
Yes. So the first video when it was December, it wasn't actually December. It was the equinox, because the moment where he took the shadow to compare it, the man who's doing this animation was moving the Earth, and you can see
That was
the
me doing
shadow
all the
is
animation.
on the you okay. The
That's
shadow
I did
was
all
on
the
south.
animation, bro. Okay, listen. You
Okay.
have a ball, right? I assure you, dude, it does not come at 118 degrees. Worst case scenario, you can get it to come in slightly south past the east, but you have to tilt or angle the sun, dude. I've done it over and over again to see how you can get the angles. I was researching astronomy now, and a lot of questions were asked about Australia. And one of the particular questions were asked is, how is the sun rising in the southeast with the sun rising in the northeast at the same, the same hour space, right? The sun's rising, and then it's setting southwest with the moon rising northeast. So it's like when you investigate these things and you look at them, they don't add up on the physical ball model you have, dude. You can take your ball model and try it yourself, as I demonstrated.
Do you understand that you were off by 3 months?
So December 10th is the day I chose, because that was where the question took place. He was in Australia in December, okay, and he was asking, how is it possible to have the sunrise in the southeast? So I was like, okay, let me model this out. And sure enough, the sun angles don't come in at 100, even with a 21 degree declination, because Perth is at 32 degrees. Okay, the Tropic of Capricorn is at 23.5 degrees. You have to tilt your ball up further or angle the sun different.
No,
I mean, to get it to work in Blender, you have to take a physical model, which I've done. You actually physically have to come underneath the ball more to get it with the sun. If you position your ball on a ground and you have the sun 90 degrees parallel from it, go try it yourself, dude, and put a little gnomon on Perth. It won't work.
I tried it.
Then put a video up, show me. Okay, great. You've tried it. Yep. Now I'll ask this.
Okay, so hold on.
Ren, hold on 1 second. You tried it, great. I want you, because I already had 5 guys. Listen, I already had 5 guys show me their demonstration. Not one of them showed me the position of the sun. Okay, so I challenge you to show me your demonstration of that ball highlighting southeast directions with a 90 degree sun.
Yes, okay. But first,
I want to see your video.
Understand that you were off by 3 months?
I did my observation. I wasn't doing anything with the equinox. I was talking about December 10th, which is summer. Okay,
it wasn't
this observation.
December. It wasn't December. You positioned the Earth wrong.
So
you
I
chose
tilted.
The equinox.
So summertime, December 10th, the Earth is tilted 23.5 degrees. The sun travels
I don't care what
the sun travels the Capricorn. That's what I tilted it at. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So let's hear Crow's full explanation why he thinks, everything that you've presented, what his full explanation is. Go ahead, Crow.
Why the hell is he talking about the equinox? I wasn't doing anything to do with the equinoxes.
Okay, so let's make him make the claim about.
All I was doing is showing the tilt 25.3 degrees in December. It's showing the 23.5 degrees in in June, right? So summer, winter in Australia. That's all I was doing. Is tilting the Earth and leaving the sun at 90 degree parallel. That's all I did do.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask him to make the claim. So so Crow, you make your claim now as to what you think's going on in this particular point.
As short as possible.
Well, as long as you want, really.
During December, the sun should be on the 23rd parallel around the Antarctic, right? According to the globe model. Right, so, but if the sun is barely just on the south pole and not exceeding to the other side, then this is the equinox, not December, and that's where you took the reading, or started comparing. Equinox, the shadow will be going west, or the shadow of the sunrise will be going west, and that's what displayed.
Okay, so anything more to add to that before I bring Flight Earth Data back here?
No, I'll just make a snapshot and post it in general.
Okay, right, so let's take Flight Earth Data. Do you want to respond?
So to clarify, you're not going to do the observation. You're not going to show me a sun set up with a gnomon on it at Perth with the 90 degree parallel sun showing me south.
Oh, okay, hold on.
You're gonna do a video? Post the video up, dude.
Yeah, I have
Because I already have guys doing it, but they won't show me where the sun is at. Okay, they won't show me where the position of the sun is at. And if you can, you know Blender, right? It's pretty easy to do it. Show me in Blender what you mean, because
I'm a
if
sucker
you're
in
tilting,
Blender.
yeah, it's very easy, dude. All you do is add a ball. It's really easy. It's not. It just takes maybe a week, and you'll be doing it a week. The point is,
hard. Yeah.
tell me how I'm supposed to tilt the Earth more than 23.5 degrees to get the 90-degree parallel sun to cause that angle. Because I'm not doing anything disingenuous. I do it in real time in a video to show you. I am taking the sun straight, tilting at 23.5, which gives the South Pole closer to the sun, which is the summer there. And it spins. It doesn't actually matter where it spins. Even if you position it at that angle and just rotate it, the angle should be at south east, and it's not. So according to SunCalc, it's even if you look at the Mercator map and where Australia is positioned, it'd have to be a dome, or it'd have to be something attached to the firmament outside, coming in at that angle. And
I cannot understand the Mercator map. I mean, I cannot visualize what's going on when I see.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make sense. The angles don't make sense in Perth. If you look at the Mercator map and then look at the sun angles in December that they claim is coming in the southwest or southeast, southeast at 118 degrees. If you go look at that, it doesn't make sense, man. And then you try to model it, and it doesn't make sense. And then why lie about the position of the sun? Which I have there's at least 5 guys doing it. 2 guys have documented lying about it.
I'm not saying you lied. I'm just saying that something wrong happened.
Well, I'm looking for, look, man, show me in Blender, show me a model, show me how you're taking a 90-degree line of sight from the sun at in the middle, right? Like it's at the middle. You're only tilting your ball. So your sun is positioned 90 degrees to the center of that Earth. And then you rotate that ball. You show me the 118 degree. You show me this. I'd love to see it because I've tried it, dude. The only way to do it is to tilt the Earth up to be 40.
Well, can I just say?
I put the video.
Hold on, guys. Okay, so I'll look at the video in a second, but I just want to tell you that we do have a Todd Allen in the chat who is telling everybody that this is Flat Earth data looking silly again, and that it's been long debunked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link into the Discord right now for Todd Allen to back it up. Hop on the Discord and tell us how you've heard it all before and he's looking silly, and you can prove that he's done it wrong. So Todd Allen, this is your call out. Otherwise, I'm going to pop you on mute for a while. How's that?
Wolfie tried at me the other day regarding this observation, and he's the one who claimed it was already debunked. I wonder if it's Wolfie, because it's the only guy who talked to me about it, Wolfie, and then everybody accused me of being Antonio Subarat, which I'm not either, and Right the Hand. I'm neither of those. I'm Flat Earth Data.
Okay, so apparently there's a video that you've posted. Is that right? Let's see if I can find it. Whereabouts did you pop it? In general chat, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So is this your video?
Yeah.
Okay, right. I shall. Hold up, the link will take you to youtube.com and cancel that. Right, okay, so.
Now, are we going to the sun angle one, or are we talking time zone? Which one are we talking about? I'd like to know.
The angles on I think Sydney or Perth, something like that. This is the.
Okay, so Perth, yeah. So not in Sydney, it's in Perth. Okay, so you're going to do this time zone one later?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It says, so this Todd Allen wants to be put on mute for not wanting to join. Okay, I'll put you on mod. I'll put you on mute. I'll put you on mute for the rest of the evening, and I will take you off mute tomorrow. How's that? So you're temporarily banned for 24 hours. How's that, Todd Allen? Enough of you coming in here and pretending that you have debunked people when you can't back it up. Right, okay, so Crow, do we need to have volume with this? Who's playing music in the background?
Yeah,
that's Right to Hand. Right to Hand, you got sound going on, bro.
There you go. Right, okay, so the video's up ready to play. It's quite a long video, actually. It's 8.5 minutes. Is the whole point worth playing?
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me find where to go.
I'll share. Well, hang on. I'll share my screen so that you can see this. Okay. So right, I've just gone. If you click live now with me in the show channel.
Okay. Maybe from minute
for about a minute on.
Hey, Crow, do you
Uh,
actually have a model
three.
demonstration, or is it going to be a flat piece of paper we're looking at?
No, it's a model, the global model, physical model.
Do you want me to get to that
Maybe,
point?
yeah, 320 maybe. Put the voice.
320, right, okay. How's this? There we go. So there's your globe in the background, yeah? So shall I just play it from here? Do you need the volume on? Or
No, it's okay. If it creates problem, then leave it. It's okay.
okay, there we go. So if you want to talk about it.
Yes, okay. Yeah, okay. So the first part I was displaying the how the equatorial mount wouldn't work on a flat Earth, and then I will use it on the globe. Is it playing?
Why are you
3.
putting the gnomon perpendicular to the North Pole? That wouldn't be reality.
What do you mean?
That's your scam, buddy. And thank you for Ranty for highlighting, allowing him to put this video up, because I'm going to show you in the reveal of what they do to lie. Why is the gnomon perpendicular to the North Pole? That's not reality.
That's polar aligned for the equatorial mount.
Yeah, but that's not reality, right? That's not, you're going to be looking with perspective, right?
No.
Yeah.
I'll
It's optical.
show you. I'll show you.
Yeah,
So
you're just
now-
you're putting the gnomon to the perpendicular of the Polaris pole. I understand what you're doing, dude.
Because now I will put the declination angle of the sun for that time of the year. I tried for September and for the equinox. So I have, if you look to the left side, is a piece of paper with another toothpick. This perpendicular. This is for the equinox. Is the video stopped, or is it stopped at my end only?
It must have been at your end only because I'm playing the video right now.
Oh damn! I don't know what I'm seeing then.
Okay, well hold on. Let me reshare. Maybe that's what's causing it.
I was on YouTube.
Oh right, you don't have to be on YouTube. You can look at it through the Discord.
Oh, okay.
So if you click me in the show channel where it says me,
Yeah.
Ranty Flat Earth, if you click the live part there, you'll see.
Yeah.
So I'll just go back again.
So
Right.
the camera, or us, we are representing the point of view of the sun, and what we see right now is the Earth during the equinox, with the sun angle is 0, just perpendicular on the equator, and I point this pointer to us. That's as if we are the sun, and I'm showing the motion how it should be, and then I will just face Australia and show where are these angles. So that's east for the sunrise, and then if I switch it the other side, it will be west for sunset.
So when you put a stick in the ground, and I put a ring around that
See, now
stick.
I'm just spinning the
Hold
earth
on,
to
hold
show
on.
the motion, but then I will.
Yeah, I
roll
understand.
it
You're
towards
putting
us
the
to
you're
see
putting the
Australia
gnomons perpendicular to the
during
North Pole.
the
That's not
equinox
reality.
sunset. Now there's another one near the end of the video, for I'm not sure, was it December? Yeah, I think it was December. There's another paper. Yeah, this one. So you can notice written on I think 23rd of December. I'm not sure. Yeah. So the sun is perpendicular on Capricorn. We are the point of view of the sun, but of course we are too close. That's not correct, but you get the idea. And then I'll display the model and compare it to time and date. So you see, this is the sunrise angle in Sydney, and of course the other side would be sunset. Now, if you compare that to time and date, it will be exactly the same. Yeah, you can just skip until you see. Yeah, there it is.
Now, Ranty, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear. Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. So do you see the problem right away? They are emulating. So they're presupposing a ball, and they're presupposing that the gnomon goes to the
about it.
degree of. Listen, you're presupposing a ball, and I'll tell you how it works on a flat plane. And in fact, the Science Channel that will reference shows and backs my it's priceless. The point is you're reifying a ball and you're placing the
Hello,
gnomons at
Randy?
You can just let him finish his point there.
Hello?
Yeah, Crow, can you hear us? Well, hold on one sec. Crow, can you hear us? No, he's just had to drop. Right, well, just wait for him to come back. He seems to have had an issue with his audio right there. Right, he's back. Crow, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, hello, you alright?
Audio always freezes from the bottom up, remember.
Yeah, by the way, Crow, you've got yourself deafened. You've deafened yourself. So you need to undeafen yourself. And now you've muted yourself as well.
See, the issue here that they're going to overlook is the fact that they're presupposing a ball and placing the gnomons parallel perpendicular to the North Pole. Assuming, now in reality, all we're doing is looking at the North Pole and placing the tip of the gnomon to the degree of that, which is in reality a flat Earth. But in the demonstrations, they put the sticks perpendicular to the North Pole to pull off their.
Yeah, you can't hear yourself because you're muted. No, you've muted yourself. Let me try. Can somebody send him a message in general that he's muted it? He's deafened himself.
That's the same thing Rumpus did when he was showing the way the moon works. He used the moon and stretched it out like Earth completely out of the equation. They've always got a slick ass explanation, if you ask me.
Okay, so I guess we'll just continue until he figures it out that he deafened himself. There we go. So you deafened yourself and you hadn't even realised. Right, okay.
So is this finishing? So basically you've gone and presupposed a ball, lined up the gnomons to the perpendicular to the North Pole. This is what you've done, right? So you've presupposed a ball. Now, what in reality, can I put a stick?
No, you said something else.
Can you let him finish his point?
Listen, if I put a stick in the ground, can I just one stick, not even thinking about the gnomon or the direction of the North Pole, if I put just a stick in the ground, it's shadow.
Again?
Right, when if he was to put a stick on that ball and he was to put it facing directly upwards, would it be pointing down like that on the globe model, or would it be pointing in a different direction? That's his point.
Okay, it will be pointing like that and like time and date exactly.
No,
I'm
saying
talking about your model that we're observing. Don't drift off on it.
So
your model you're saying right now. If I put a stick in the ground in reality, and I put a stick in the ground in that ball, would it match what you're doing here with lining up the gnomons to the perpendicular of the North Pole? Would it match, or would it be off a different angle?
It will match if I put the light source in the correct position.
Okay, so you're telling me that if you put a gnomon right at Perth, and it was right on the ball matching the angle of position you put it on the surface, so it's not going to be at the angle, it's not going to be perpendicular to the North Pole, you agree, right? It's going to be sitting around the, I don't know, the 30-degree mark. Would you agree?
First, it's not perpendicular to the North Pole.
He don't even understand that, dude. He's not thinking it's
He's not listening,
brother.
So listen. You're presupposing a ball. You're presupposing a ball. You're putting gnomons perpendicular to the North Pole because you're presupposing a ball. In reality, if I put a fucking stick in the ground and right 2 feet in front of me, I can tell the time of the day, okay, without placing the stick towards the gnomon or towards the North Pole. I don't have to line shit up. You're showing a showing a demonstration where you're presupposing a ball. You're presupposing a ball.
Okay, let me moderate here, guys, for just a minute, right? So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to reshare. So Crow, if you want to look at my screen right about now, I should have changed over and you should be seeing a different screen. And I want to just clarify what the point is here that Flat Earth Data is trying to make, right? So from your position down here on the globe, if you was going to put a stick in the ground pointing upwards, so I'm going to get something to point Let's get it in red and let's make it quite large so that you can see that. So here we've got a big stick, right? So it's going to be like that. Yeah, that will be pointing straight up from that position on. As I zoom into the globe right now.
No, oh, okay, I understand.
Hold on.
No, that's.
Let me minimize it a little bit better so you can see. So you got a little stick, and you've stuck it in the ground. You pointed it straight up. Currently, what you've done, if you're in that position here on the globe, you're going to be almost laying the stick down.
Yes, I understand.
So what he's saying is that to get the sunlight and to get the correct angle from the sun, what you need to do is put it straight in the ground, pointing directly up.
Using the shadow, but
to get the shadow.
I wasn't using the shadow. Yeah.
To get the correct shadow. You don't have to think about the North Pole. You just put a stick in the ground and you'll get the right shadow. As I demonstrated in my first example, using that principle, if you did it on a ball, the angles don't match in that particular case. Do you understand? So what you're doing, listen what you're doing.
You did it wrong.
You are putting nomens on this earth that wouldn't exist in reality. You're putting nomens on this ball that don't exist in reality. You're presupposing a sphere and
these are not nomens.
That's what they are, dude. When you put any kind of, like, you're measuring, it's just poles, bro. Nomen's just a pole. It's just a pole.
So the one that is going towards down, that is parallel to the Earth rotation axis. The other one is pointing to the sun, and if you see, it's pointing parallel to the equator. That means this is the equinox.
You're not. I'm not talking about no fucking equinox, bro. I'm talking about sunrises not being possible on your ball because the angles don't match. You haven't even attempted
when did you see them don't match?
Just so you know, your demonstration doesn't even touch the idea I'm discussing.
Okay.
I'm not talking about no equinox. I don't.
Let's stick with your demonstration, which was correct in the first part, but was done wrongly in the second part.
You're presupposing a ball, and that's why you're lining the nomen up perpendicular to the North Pole. Yes, you are. In reality, if in the model you live in, you're not ever
don't tell me
lining
I'm
anything
presupposing a ball, because you're the one who brought the ball and said the ball doesn't work. But I'm telling you, the ball doesn't
Okay,
work.
right, listen, let me take control again just for a second. So, Flat Earth Data's issue is this, that in what you've done, and what you've done in your mock-up there, is that you've laid your stick like so, right? What Flat Earth Data's saying is that you need to lay the stick like that. But you've laid it like so. If you were in, so let's go back to your video. Actually, I can get it from here. Actually, so here's what you've done. Can you see how you've laid it backwards, not straight up?
Yes, I know. That's the direct of the direct direction of the sun. I'm not using the shadow. This is where the sun is going to be. I'm telling you, not just the shadow of the sun.
You are sticking, I'm saying, you're sticking the stick in the ground facing this direction, not straight up, not vertical. You're doing it like so. Who leans the sticks in the ground like that to get a shadow?
Because it's not a stick, it's the equatorial mount.
We're not talking about an equatorial mount. We're using my observation that proves the sun angles aren't right, dude, based on the ball. Why do you keep running like that, dude?
With another way.
You didn't. You're destroyed here, dude. You're being destroyed right now in real time.
You're like,
I don't have to put it that way. I don't have to put it that way. Dude, I'm just using your ball for what it is. You're going out of arm's reach to fucking presuppose everything.
And
I'm just using your ball, throwing poles on them, and showing you the angles don't work. And look what loops you have to go through. Look what you have to do.
They work when you do it correct. You did it wrong.
You didn't do it correct at all. Look. You didn't. You're presupposing a ball. That's not proving a ball, dude. I'm proving your angles don't work on the ball.
I only wrote this.
To be honest, and I have to make, if I was going to be totally unbiased here, and I'm going to have to agree with Flat Earth Data, you are presupposing the ball when you actually lay this stick down in this angle. You have to be.
Who brought the ball in first place?
Once again, run, buddy. Run.
Who brought it?
Run. Keep running.
You brought a ball and said it doesn't work.
You're still running. When are you going to stop running? Focus on the
let's
focus
forget
on the
about
problem.
All right. let's forget about my observation. Your own video was correct on the first segment. The second segment was wrong because you did it wrong. I was
How
not
did I do
saying
it wrong?
that you
I
cheated.
didn't do anything different than the first video, bro.
It wasn't.
I just,
it wasn't the
I
December.
just no. Your
wasn't
argument
December.
was your argument was originally my other videos that the Nomen polls were too big. You're endlessly losing.
I'm talking about Perth. You did it wrong. It was in December.
Listen, my observation in SunCalc was December 10th. I went and modeled the Earth, which is at 23.5 at the Tropic of Capricorn in December 10th. I modeled that exact observation to see. But listen again, I took this
No,
from a
you
science
didn't.
channel. Yes, I did. I took this from a science channel, dude.
Okay,
So the point
bring
is
the
I'm
video
burning
again.
you. I'm burning you with your own.
Bring the video
shit.
again, and I'll show you where you lied.
Lying? How did I lie? Just tell me what one thing I lied about, please.
Yeah, the moment you put the angles, okay, give me 1 minute. The moment you put the
Lied.
angles to
Didn't lie
compare
about
that
shit,
it's
dude.
wrong.
Okay, just give him
How
1
can I-
minute. Hold on, just give him 1 minute to make his point.
How can I lie when I do it in real time?
Yeah,
So
I
everybody can
understand
see?
that, but you've got to give them the
Okay.
rope.
Fucking-
Give them the rope
Good to
to
minute
say what they
number
need to say.
2. Minute number 2. In that Perth video.
Whose video?
Flat Earth data.
Which one? The first one or the second one?
Yes, the first Perth 118 degrees.
Okay, I'll get to that in a second, but I just want to say that we've had a super chat from B-Ball for Life. So think about this Flat Earth Day. You don't have to respond for it right now, but he says, please have Flat Earth Day to show us how the shadows would look on a flat Earth. Okay, so thanks for the super chat, by the way.
Stick a stick in the ground, dude.
Okay, so hang on, I've got to find that video again. I might have knocked it off. 1 second. So the first one, so Perth is 118 degrees, yeah?
Yeah, at 1 minute and 59 seconds.
1 minute and 59. I'll
The
share it
moment
for you
where-
guys in a second.
So the observations stated that there's a southeast 118 degree sunrise in December. That's what I modeled. That means that the sun is traveling over the Tropic of Capricorn, which is at 23.5. So all I did was have a 90-degree parallel sun, or 90-degree sun shooting parallel light, and all I did was tilt the Earth from center position to 23.5 degrees. Then I rotated it till it's the sunrise in that time to see if the angles will match, and they don't. That's very simple observation. Anybody can do it, and I haven't had anybody model something in return to show me anything different. Nothing
But you
but
were spinning-
observation.
You were spinning this thing like crazy.
Listen, buddy, it ain't gonna change the angles. It's just rotating on its thing. That's it.
Yeah,
It's
but it
tilted.
wasn't sunset.
If I set it at center and I tilted 23.5 degrees, that's it. You're going to get the same angles no matter what, dude, because the sun is 90-degree parallel. Do you understand? I'm not changing anything position except for the tilt of the Earth. That's it. That's all I've
Go to your
done.
video. 1 minute,
I'm looking at
59
it.
seconds.
It's already there.
It's on
Go
screen now, so
demonstrate.
if you click my channel, you'll see. So if you click Ranty Flat Earth, you'll see me. I'm presenting it. Not on YouTube, but in Discord.
I cannot see it in Discord. Something wrong. I
So if you go to the show, if you go to show channel,
Yeah, I mean it.
click me, and then the live.
Yeah, it's just loading and nothing's coming. But do you see the gnomon on the South Pole?
Yep.
The shadow is almost on that gnomon. That means this is the equinox, not the winter.
Dude, it's fucking summer in Australia. Okay? The Earth is the South Pole is going to be tilted towards the sun at 23.5 degrees, not the other way
You
around,
didn't
dude.
listen to what I say. You can say what
Listen,
you want to say, but
what
the ball in
an-
front of me is saying something else.
Yeah,
The
I'm
ball
telling you
in
what I
front
did,
of me
dude.
that I see right now.
I'm telling you what I did.
This is the
I didn't do
equinox.
anything except
I don't care what you name it.
I'm showing you the angles don't work, dude. I'm showing time and date December 10th doesn't match what I just lined up on the blender. I'm showing it doesn't match reality. That's
Yeah,
all I'm doing.
What you did in,
That's it.
What you did in Blender was September, not December.
December 10th, dude, is summer in Perth where the
I
observation
know.
takes
I
place.
swear to God, I
So
know.
That's it. Well, there you go. Go do it yourself.
Yeah, but
go
on
do a model.
Blender,
Don't cheat.
you
Don't presuppose the ball. Put the gnomons on your ball and see if the angles and shit match. They don't. Okay? And not only that, we're talking about a fucking sphere when the Earth is supposed to be an oblate spheroid, which will even be more problems. But you
No.
guys are just getting
But
there.
okay,
You'll
yeah,
eventually
yeah.
get
Okay.
there.
Hey, can I simplify,
No,
can I
first
simplify
we
this
have
for Crow
to
real quick?
get past
Hold on,
that
Brian. Sorry. Go ahead, Crow.
Okay, you can do it frame. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
I lost it. Where are you? I cannot see the.
Well, you said you couldn't see it, so I've knocked it off screen now.
Oh, you removed it?
Let me put it back up. One sec. Right, so now if you click me, you should see it. I go to 159. There we go.
159. First, that is not exactly sunrise. And second, look at the South Pole. The South Pole have shadow on it. This means the ball position is put wrong on Blender. Now move it frame
So
by
everything
frame.
starts at zenith position. You can see all the settings on the right-hand side. Go through them, bro. Everything's for you to see with your eyes. It may be breaking your heart right now, bro, but it ain't complicated. I didn't do anything rocket science. I have my ball positioned. I have my sun at 90 degrees, and I tilted 23.5, and I rotate it, and it doesn't match. And all I'm doing is saying that the sun in the summertime in Australia is closer. It's tilted at 23.5 degrees. That's why it's called the tropical Capricorn, where the sun travels.
What I'm saying.
You can see the spectral reflection. It's traveling in and about the position that would be on the rotation point. It's all duplicable, it's all repeatable, and it destroys your argument, dude.
You've done it wrong. I'm sorry. The ball is speaking to me, and I see the South Pole having shadow. This means the orientation is wrong. This is the equinox, not the winter, or not the summer for Australia.
The point is, the ball is tilted towards the sun.
No,
exactly, you're wrong.
It's
not tilted wrong. It's tilted 23.5 degrees. It's right there in front of your fucking face.
On what axis? On which axis?
What do you mean, what axis? Look at it. Look at the axis is right there for you. It will show you.
I don't
It's
care
right there.
about the numbers. I don't care about the numbers. If there's shadow on the South Pole, this is the equinox. Period. There's no argument about it.
The argument isn't the equinox. The argument isn't about North Pole. The argument is the sun angles in Perth don't match the ball. Okay? So drop your South Pole, drop your equinox shit, and look at the gnomon and the shadow angle that's being produced. It
How can I
doesn't
drop
match
the
reality.
equinox when you are displaying to me equinox? The
I'm
display, the
displaying
image
to you the
displayed gives me-
gnomon. I ain't display. It doesn't matter if whatever. The sun angles don't match reality. That's the whole point of the observation. It doesn't matter if
Yeah,
it's
so you
equinox.
just put
It doesn't
any
matter when it is.
arbitrary thing and any arbitrary thing and say
does the Earth
the
tilt
Earth is
any
wrong.
more than 23.5 degrees? Does it tilt any more than that? Because that's all I
think
did.
you
I maxed out. In fact, I maxed out at 23.4 degrees. So listen, unless you're telling me that in this model I'm tilting it more or less, then please say so. Other than that, you have no argument.
I don't know what you tilted wrong or less. I see the sun or the shadow, the terminator line is passing through the South Pole. This means this is not the summer in Australia. Period.
Okay, right. Listen. So we've been going at this for about an hour now. So
Can I make a comment?
yes, what I'm going to do. Forgive me, Crow and Flat Earth Data, but I'm just going to server mute you for about 5 minutes. I just want some other people to make a comment here. So you two can go on mute for just a second whilst we get some other people to discuss this, right? So there we go, server mute, right? So Rumpus, you wanted something to say.
Yes, I still haven't, I'm afraid, gone away and analysed. I've been too busy, but I've just come back and I've just caught this image here. Flat Earth Data was using the date and time. The bit that I have caught is that he was using the angles for the sunrise and the sunset. I still haven't watched the video, I'm afraid, so I'm doing this in position of ignorance. But what I have seen is that I think Flat Earth Data was using an image from timeanddate.com showing the angles to the sun for the middle of summer. And then he was saying that didn't match what he's done here. And what he's got here, as Crow exactly said, this is the equinox. The terminator goes straight through the middle of the South Pole and goes straight up to the North Pole. That means this is an equinox. The angle that Flat Earth Data's put in is at 23.5 degrees to the face of the sun. In other words, it's not pointing at the sun, it's in the equinox position. In other words, autumn or spring. So if he's using the time and date dot values for where the sun is for sunrise, he's done it for the summer. In which case, that the angle we've got here, the little stick you can see you pointing out, the see at the bottom, the South Pole, will be pointing away to the left. and the North Pole will be able to see him pointing to the right. But it's not the case. So I think if he's basing it on the flat Earth data, on the timeanddate.com for summer, and he's then modelled it for the autumn, the equinox, then he's obviously going to have a huge problem.
Okay,
so
so
that validates his whole model straight away there.
Okay, well, just one second, right? So we have other people in the panel. Does anybody want to challenge Rumpus on his point? If not, I'll bring Flat Earth Data back in. Brian, you've unmuted yourself. Yeah. Right, okay, so nobody else is unmuted. Brian's unmuted, but we can't hear him, so I'll bring Flat Earth Data back. Here, Cole, let's see what you have to say.
So I'll go model it again. I'll try different ways. All I do is add the sphere.
Did you do what I said? You're done.
Just let him respond, Rumpus.
So
he hasn't responded to my question, has he?
I use Sun Calculator and time and date for certain things. Yeah, for sure.
But did you do what I claimed you did? For God's sake, answer the question.
What does it matter, dude?
But great, you're dodging it. So right. So I've just exposed your idiocy and you're now dodging it. This is what we expect from you. I've just exposed a huge flaw in what you've done, and now you're not addressing it, and you're now talking about what you're going to do in the future, and you're not accepting you've made a big error. You've made a huge, gross error, and you're not owning up to it.
In the video, it's really easy to demonstrate, really easy to do again. Give it a shot.
Right, so you're going to have to do it again. So you accept you've made a big error.
Okay, hold on, Rumpus.
Do you accept you've made a gross error or not?
I've challenged.
Do you accept you've made a gross error?
Hold on, Rumpus. Just let him explain.
He's dodging the question,
right? I challenge you.
Rumpus, I'll have to mute you for a time if you just don't let him respond.
Okay.
I challenge you to send me a project file of Blender or any 3D program, Cinema 4D, doesn't matter. Show me what you're talking about. I urge Pro E to do it. Anybody. I've already been asking for a project file.
Just let him finish.
Nobody wants to send me a project file, so I'm waiting. So show me where I'm wrong in a project file.
You can see he's evading this, surely. He's evading my question. Surely you can see that's what he's doing. I don't know if that's what you want to encourage.
And if you listen to the start of the show, I did say that people would make their own mind up. If you ask somebody a question and you don't feel that they've answered it, then I'm not going to force them into giving an answer, because I cannot physically do that with anybody. But other people can make their own minds up about why they may or may not want to talk about a certain subject, and that's what I'm going to stay to. So if Flat Earth Data wants to respond in that means, so be it.
Okay, if you're not going to call him, so you felt like a moderator, that's fine. Just say, you let people speak, take sense. That's a fine neutral position to have. So I'll just point out to the audience that I made a point there.
That's what
the middle sentence here.
Sorry, I meant Stingray.
Oh my God! Shut up! I'm still talking. Jesus Christ! Be quiet! My God!
So Rumpus, did you
shut up! I'm in the middle of a sentence. Stop interrupting me. God damn it! What a guy!
Hurry up, Rumpus.
Oh God! Now you're interrupting me. Can I just make the point? I've shown that he's made a gross error where he's using the angles in time and date for sunrise in the middle of summer for Perth, and the modelling he's done is for in the autumn. So we wouldn't expect these things to match. What an idiot! Finished.
Okay, right. So Stingray, are you there, mate?
Yes.
Okay, so have you joined because you want to talk about this?
Yes.
Okay, so Rumpus, I'm going to put you on server mute for a short time, and we're going to bring Flat Earth Data back. And if this is something that you would like to say, Stingray?
Yes.
Go ahead.
How did you maintain the axial rotation relative to that axis when you rotated it 23.4 degrees?
I didn't parent it to anything. All I did was have it set up on a natural position as a sphere. I loaded the skin. I positioned the sun at 90 degrees from it.
I know what you did. I watched the video. It's all right.
Yeah, it's right there, dude. So listen, if you can prove me wrong, Flat Earth Data at yahoo.com. Send me a
so you read it. The reason why you're wrong is you rotated it.
No,
you know that I've got you. You rotated it 23.4 degrees. And then you did not maintain that rotation axis, rotating the planet 360. You then decided to rotate it relative to world coordinates.
I love the bait. Prove me wrong. Send me a project file. You're full of shit, and I baited you this way. You're full of shit.
That's
So
funny.
please, the angles won't
Here's the
change.
thing. Here's the thing. Like,
The
can I ask a
angles won't
question?
change.
Can I ask a question?
The angles won't change.
Can I ask a
Listen,
question?
the angles won't change.
That's brilliant.
So
But can I ask
put
a
your-
question?
put your
Okay,
mouth where you
well,
mu-
okay,
put your
so
mouth-
let me just
Oh, wait.
intersect for just a second, guys, right? Okay, so...
I have some. I do have something to say on it. If
Okay,
if they don't wanna go back and
well,
forth.
yeah,
I'll wait till we
I
get
do
more.
actually want to hear Stingray about this, but, and I will get to you, I promise, but listen, Flat Earth Data says he's baited you in this, right? So quite often I do things like that. So I'd be interested to see where this goes. So if Flat Earth Data, you have sort of like laid a trail of crumbs and they've come down and chomped on it and followed like little mice and ended up in the trap, great stuff. Okay, because if that's your plan and it's working out, then good stuff. But Stingray, you seem to think that you can disprove this entire claim.
Right, so the issue there is on an axial rotation of the Earth at 23.4 degrees. If you look at what's on screen being shared by yourself right now, you see that pin in the South Pole. That's brilliant. That's where it should be. However, the globe should be rotating on that axis, which means that point should stay still. On
Why
rotation.
would it rotate?
And
Wait.
Wait,
Why would it rotate?
Hold on, Brian. Hold on, Brian. Let him finish his point.
So you have an axial rotation of the Earth that is defined by that 23.4 degrees. You can't rotate the Earth 23.4 degrees and then say, I'm not going to rotate it on that axis, that rotated axis. I'm going to rotate it dead straight up so that now the actual South Pole is doing this massive ring. You cannot do that.
Fantastic. This is my big.
That's BS, man. That's BS. Y'all's
Hold on,
explanations for why we
Brian,
see
Brian,
that.
don't spoil it. Don't spoil his.
That's
Right,
the
listen.
bait,
I have
okay?
to. Right,
That's the
listen,
bait.
guys. And this is
Now,
for. This is for. Hold on.
Stingray,
This is for both of you guys. Listen.
Show me.
Brian,
where the
Flat Earth
angle
Data. One
changed
second,
otherwise.
mate. 1 second. Right. This is the whole thing. You know, if you set in a trap, you know, and other people jump in, it is really annoying when people jump in if you're setting the trap out. So, Stingray, can you model this? Because I know that you have Blender, and it appears that it's quite easy to actually model. It doesn't appear like there's a lot of work needed to go into it. How long would it take you to model it from your end, from a globe position?
Did you just detract from Flat Earth Data's amazing
Wrong.
work?
No.
I baited you, buddy. The purpose is the angle won't change because I tilted Perth at the 23.5 to get the angle to Nomen. It's relative. The rotation's irrelevant. It's the axis tilt and what the shadows produce towards the sun is the point. This is why you will fail, and you'll never send me a project file showing. This is how I got you.
No, he won't fail. He'll rotate the entire Earth and tilt it. But that'll break the explanation of what they give us for looking at
I
Polaris.
got Stingray, finally. I was trying to get this guy, and finally I got him. He will not produce an angle change that I've done differently. If he takes the position, just rotates it, 23.5, already in his position towards parallel to the sun, the angle will not come into southeast. It's a freaking fact. You need to angle the sun at 118 degrees or tilt the Earth at 45 to 49 degrees difference to get those angles. That's just that base position, bro. So I bet you your channel, I bet you my channel that you won't show me a project file that backs your assertion.
Okay, Stingray. I don't expect you to jump all over that about channel taking and stuff like that. You know, there doesn't have to be a bet like that. But by all means, do you think you could model this for the globe?
Yes, quite easy. It's actually even done in Stellarium anyway, but I could do it in a Blender project file if you want.
How long would it take you to do that?
Wait a minute, give me a sec.
Give me a sec. All right, okay. What, you're going to come back in 10 minutes?
Maybe less.
Jem, I did it in 10 minutes.
Okay,
bro.
right.
I did this in 10 minutes.
I'll tell you what time is
how
it
long
now?
Is it gonna take you?
Let's give you till 11:30. That gives you 35 minutes to do some work. Would you be happy to do that and come back and present something?
I shall. Wait a minute, I might be ready to go in a second. Give me. Yeah,
I'll tell you what he's
give me
gonna
16.
do
Oh,
right now.
Wait a minute. Jesus Christ.
If you want,
So what did you say there?
Jesus. I said, give me 60 seconds.
All right, give you 60 seconds. Fair enough. Right, here we go. So I'm going to take everybody off server mute now, so that everybody's got an opportunity to jump in.
I'm gonna tell you what he's gonna do right now. He's gonna tidally lock the Earth with the sun. He's gonna tidally lock it. So he not only is gonna tilt it, he's gonna rotate it. But that would break the explanation of what they give us and why we see the stars in the north. Why the stars don't match up? You know, I mean, why the why we can see certain constellations all year round, okay, that's going to break that explanation. That's my prediction. He's tidally lock the Earth with the sun.
But I want to just say something that doesn't need addressing really. But all of this that we're talking about can be rendered with geocentric Earth. So I can stop the Earth moving and make a blender that will predict everything perfectly.
I got to shout out that flat fellow
with the stars, right?
Hold on. I've got to shout out that flat fellow for the 99-cent super chat. So thank you very much. Right, go ahead, Rakia. Sorry, I interrupted you. Then go ahead.
Well, herein lies the problem why they don't put the stars in. You could do it on a geocentric, but you can't do it on a heliocentric. You never get it to model and match up.
Exactly, and here's the thing: they try and say that our geocentric Earth, we don't have the planets rotating around. They act like we have the planets rotating around the Earth. You know, the model still has the planets going around the sun. They're just not a gajillion miles away. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Rocky is right. The geocentric model works perfectly, and there's plenty of scientists who quote that and admit that.
The stars, the sun, and the moon. Yes.
This is why models aren't good, because if you want to go start to say, hey, we can model it, therefore it's reality, I'll play my trump card, geocentric, model it. Okay, we can. Does that mean it's reality?
No, but it's debunking their ball is what it's about, using their model. And I found this one lovely science channel that debunks parts of the ball and issues with it. There's a reason why they put not for educational purposes on these things. The fact is that the Globers, it's like an idol to them, right? And you know,
you would assume older people could have mapped this to a flat Earth, right? Why are we seeing that? Wouldn't they have said, hey, there's something wrong? The Earth has to be moving, you know? So it's like, if they had this model for thousands of years based on geocentrism, clearly there were no issues where they were like, we have to change something because something's not lining up. I guess the Earth is.
No, they like everything was already presuppose before the 1300s anyway. Everything was there was no physical or spherical coordinate systems or that kind of stuff, right? That was introduced into I think late 1300s into the Arabic astronomy, right? They ended up to be, the astrolabe and everything, which is, a flat Earth device that's actually 98% accurate today, right? They weren't thinking of a ball, a physical ball Earth when they were mapping with the stars. It was more of a celestial sphere, right? So it was a flat Earth inside a celestial sphere, and then they transposed it to the nature of the Earth, right? The body of the Earth. So it's just long line of brainwashing and finagling and coming up with magic spells, man. Fucking magic spells. And that globe in space is the one of the biggest magic spells I've ever seen, because who wasn't impressed when you saw it?
You have to take Rumpus back off mute, by the way. Is still on mute, bless him. I'm just waiting for my 16K textures to load of the damn Earth, by the way.
Taking Rumpus off mute is debatable.
Now let me ask you a question, Stingray. If I tilted the Earth at that particular angle, what does the rotation have to do with anything? If it's the angle, correct?
As long as you maintain the axial rotation and that angle, then it's fine.
All I did, buddy, was line up Perth 90 degree across from the sun. I tilted it 23.4 degrees towards the sun, as it would be in the summertime. There's a gnomon on the pole. I rotate to that position to see where it's at, and the shadow doesn't match sun calc for December. Being in December, the Earth is tilted towards the 23.4 degrees the south is in the summertime, which means that it's closer to the sun, right? But in your model, I think it's reversed. Isn't that the truth? It's supposed to be farther away in summer and closer in winter. Nonsense.
It's just all absolute nonsense.
I have a question. If we have the globe model and we spin it, does the North Pole or South Pole wiggle around or stay where they are?
Tell me, how does that change the angle? If your sun is coming in 90 parallel, it has not. Dude,
Okay,
that's the
thank
bait,
you, thank
buddy.
you. You don't have an answer.
That was
Thank
the
you.
bait to get
Thank
you
you.
guys in
Thank
here,
you.
because it
Thank you.
doesn't
Not
change the
interested.
angles.
I have a
Especially if I
question
tilt
and
it
you didn't
towards the rotation part I'm measuring.
You cannot answer any question, are you?
I just did.
Okay, hold on one
I
second.
wrote.
you didn't answer.
I
Hold on.
tilted it towards. I tilted it towards the position I was
asked-
measuring the angle.
Yeah,
Because
you-
that's all I was
That has
interested
nothing
in.
to do-
I
Okay,
wasn't
go ahead,
interested
Randy.
in rotation, but I knew when you guys were going to look at it, you'd be like, forgetting the angles. And you do it exactly right. You go into something else, forgetting about the angles.
I'm not
That's why
interested in what you say.
Stingray
This has nothing
will
to
have
do
a
with
problem
what I
modeling
say.
it.
Okay, well, first and foremost, let's see how Stingray's getting along with his modelling.
Wait a minute. I'm just setting up lighting so we can actually see.
All right, no worries.
No
worries.
lighting, dude. There's no lighting in mine. I only have the sun, buddy. Get the fuck out with your lighting. There's only one light, and it's the default setting. So no added lights, buddy. No added lights. You
That's
cannot
fair enough.
cheat.
You're so funny. You're so funny.
You
If I don't
cannot
add.
cheat.
Oh yeah, because that's what
cannot
we're gonna
cheat.
do. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll show you this now. What you were doing, what was wrong, and what you know you were doing. And
I'm
I can
not
tell in your
interested
voice.
in what you think I'm doing wrong. I want you to show me the angles on your ball. Stop obfuscating the argument.
Wait a minute. Let's just see
Stop
what you were doing wrong.
No. Show
Let's
me
see
how
what
it
you were
works.
doing wrong.
No,
So
shut up. Show me
the
how it works.
issue that you had
Show me
was
how it works.
you
Okay,
didn't build a higher.
Okay, so go ahead. Let's see what you're presenting.
Okay, cool. So the issue that you had was when we've got this 23.4 degree axial tilt to the sun, which is off in the distance there, and this is the degree tilt. What you decided to still do was rotate it on a global axis, and that is not how the Earth rotates. The Earth rotates on that 23 degrees axis, so it does this. What you were actually doing is incredibly, amazingly weird, but you were doing that, which means nothing is in relation to where it is in reality. The way that it rotates, and the reason why we say it's 23 degrees, is it's rotated around its own axis like this. Whereas now, if I put some pegs, which I will do for you, in Australia, you'll be able to see that, yes, it does in fact match.
Can you put
in relation to the
sun? That's all very well and good you saying that, but could you then get this model up ready to go to show us exactly the shadows, etc.? Because I know that you've just made a claim then, and you said that you're going to do it and it will happen, but I think we're all eager to see this.
Yeah. I will do that, but I only jumped in because B-Ball told me to jump in. I have to go to bed like pretty damn soon. So
It only took me 10 minutes to do it. Put a Nomen on there, bro. Get rid of your extra light. One light, 90 degrees.
there is one light.
Show me
the
the
light.
Show me the angles.
The sun.
Well, can I ask Flat Earth Data something? Data, because I'm trying to picture, and I think I get what you're saying. Because you have the singular light source, and then the Earth on this 23 degree angle. Now it doesn't matter which way you try and put it, because if it's spinning, it's going to be that angle's always going to be the same.
At that point, because I tilted toward that point, right? So it doesn't matter where I'm at that point in the rotation. It's not. It's going to tilt at that angle at that moment in time. So it doesn't matter if it goes back to a position. It's always going to end up at that angle. The point is, I put that there to drive them fucking crazy, and it works because they're idiots. And I was hoping to get Stingray, to be honest. This is part of the thing. And there's another guy, Hosley or whatever his name is, or whatever the fuck. He's a real animator guy. I'm trying to get him. He knows the Earth's flat. I got him admitting that he does this shit, knowing the Earth's flat. He pretends to be a glober to piss everybody off. And he's the one responsible for encouraging T.J. Jones for putting up $1.7 million flat Earth contests that are first of all, not based on real flight paths at all, knowing they're not based on real flight paths. So I'm after that guy next.
Did you say he knows? He knows the Earth is flat.
He admitted to me on the forum. I've got the video footage of it. So it's all there. Look, you guys are lying through your fucking teeth, dude. Point is,
that's all we do.
Well, yeah. If you're a religious tard, you're not going to give up your religion, dude. You're going to lie.
And the proof is that you cannot answer a single question.
Well, let's just see what the modelling works out first. I think that's.
Is anybody else?
To be honest, for me personally, that would be a bigger result Let's see if it matches up, and then rather than calling names at each other and saying that you can't answer this or that and the other, how about you get to explaining what is presented on the modelling? That would be better, more constructive.
I feel like with the no up and down in space, it doesn't matter. It's just the angle, because there's really nothing else. So
That's right.
As long
Parallel
as the angle is right, you can't fuck it up.
That's right.
There's no up and down. That's where they fuck.
It's parallel lights, parallel lines of light in their model, hitting a fucking stick on a ground that is on a curved surface. It ain't going to represent reality because we don't live on a surface that's curved. We live on a plane. So when you put a stick in the ground, to measure the time without putting it towards any North Pole gnomon or lining it up into perpendicular.
Okay, so Stingray has stopped presenting his screen for some reason.
Yeah, give me a sec. I don't. You don't, unless you want to watch me piss around with Blender getting shadows.
Yeah, we were enjoying that actually. I was enjoying watching you do that.
I'll show it again. I'm getting rid of all lights in the scene currently. So
one light, the default.
Why don't we take a cloud? Check this out.
What?
Let's take a cloud way off in the distance and point a stick at it when it's on the horizon, and then keep angling the sticks as it gets closer to us until it's zenith. The cloud is zenith, and then like 15 miles as it goes off the other direction, we point sticks at that till we'll get about 160 degrees or about 150 degrees, same amount as the stars, and then we can map that little area where the cloud just went over as a ball, as a little mini ball.
Yeah, do you want to present your screen again there, Stingray, so we can all watch? That would be interesting.
Wait a minute, yeah. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just finishing something. Just getting it down to the one light, because I did have HDRI lighting. I had all sorts of funky lighting to make it actually look cool. So
Is there a reason why you wouldn't want to show us you doing this, or?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm trying to hide the fact that the Earth's flat.
Oh, right, okay.
And that's secret knowledge that me and my Illuminati, Illuminati family have kept secret for a long, long time now.
You got a lot of features that are hidden there, buddy.
I'm stripping it down like a bastard. I've taken my ISS out. I've taken everything out.
From scratch. It's really easy to throw a skin on a ball.
Yeah.
From scratch.
Well, I already had it here, so.
I'll show you how I did it. I can show you.
Okay, well, hang on, hold on. Let him do it this way. He's actually here and he's doing his modelling. I mean, if you try and change him to do something else, he's likely to run off and not do it. So just let him do what he's doing.
Yeah, but what he could do, Ranty, is he could use my example because it's really easy to do. It's add a sphere. Doesn't matter the size. It's arbitrary. The sun is already default. You just changed it to 90 degree. Throw a skin on it. Increase your luminance for the sun. Put a gnomon on it, and then tilt it. And then you'll see.
Okay, but yeah, that's understandable. But he wants to do it this way, and I don't see a problem with him doing it this way because you're actually getting one of the best global modelers here doing it for you, and it's like, don't push him away, let him do his modelling. You know, everyone's getting to see him do it live, so this is what I'm interested in seeing.
We've got a 23 axial tilt on this at the moment in relation to a sun, which is the opposing 20. Now I can delete this entire thing if I want. This was, not that. Oh my god, the ISS is there. I just saw it. Oops. Yeah, I still need to get rid of that. What I was doing, I was stripping all of this around.
Get it on.
Right, well, anyway, this is the angle at sunrise or sunset. And if we rotate this, wait a minute, I need to stop the massive rotation because this was a solar system going around the, solar axis.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean, Ranty. He could have just started over. He could have just started over, and it would have been done in 10 minutes. Instead, he's using something he's already made.
Yeah, with 16K textures, it's awesome. So what I can do now?
It's not reality.
Yeah, cool. Well, then why did you do it? So now
because
what I can do is I
took an observation in reality.
Why do you untilt it?
To the ball.
Sorry.
Just let him do this. Just let him do his thing, guys, please.
So now now what we've got is when we look. So this is the other side. So we've got two opposing sides to look at now. This is the shadow cast by one edge of the light when we're just about to go into shadow. And if we rotate it,
tilt it.
please let me finish. Jesus Christ. So at the 23.4 axial tilt, when it's at one side, this is the shadow cast from this fucking little thing here. Now when we rotate it to the other side, so look at the orientation here, at the angles that it's casting across the continent. Now when we rotate it to the other side, we see that, oh, hang about. Wow, it does match.
That
Go to 0 degrees, go to 0 degrees, and then go to tilt.
Ranty, I just did this demonstration showing that matches. I did two observations. One in the
I didn't
north,
see the one that said it matches. Sorry.
So that one matches. You just did one. I in this video that I just posted shows you this angle, and it shows that it matches in June.
So where would you like him to put the another stick?
No, it goes.
Well, no, it's an orientation that he's wanting now. So
yeah, listen.
Okay, so I'm 23 degrees orientated towards. Where do you want it?
So you've got two axis tilts. One is summer, one is winter. Put it in Australia's summer. Okay?
Which Australia's summer. So a negative.
Exactly, negative.
This
which
tilt,
is a tilt, which is a tilt towards the sun.
So 20.
Which I did in my model.
Yeah,
which is exactly what you're doing now.
Yeah.
The sun angles won't come in southeast, dude. There you go. You just proved me in real time.
So wait a minute. So here we go. Yeah.
You just proved me in real time.
So now, wait a minute. Let's.
You just proved my
example
in real time.
Okay.
Let's
calm down. Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
Randy, thank you so much for burning this guy.
So
I've been trying to bait this guy for so long.
Well, hold on, Fire Data. Hold on, one sec.
Fantastic.
One sec. Go on, Stingray. What has he just done?
I don't even know what his point is, but I'm going to show you what is expected here. So in the opposing angle,
he doesn't know what my point is. But
just let him finish. Just let him finish, please, Fire Data. Please let him finish.
He just got burned.
So oh my god.
Where's the north? Where's the north?
What do you mean?
Right. Okay. So do you want to just?
Right. Yeah. So what we have here, this is at one side with the extreme opposing tilt to the Earth. Now, this is Australia's absolute summer, and we rotate the Earth on the all-important axes that it rotates on, not the one that Fed said it did. And this is what we get. We get a shadow that matches exactly what we would expect.
Time, dude. It doesn't. Go look at the sun calc. It doesn't come in that direction in the summer. In December, it doesn't come in that direction. You're wrong. And you just did it in real time and proved my video correct. So thank you. And all you Globers listening, fuck you.
So sun calculator, here we go. So what do I what date do I put in here? December
10th. Just do the variance between June and December, bro. The June angles will come in northeast. The summer angles will come in the southeast.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right. Calm down. And we'll be in Sydney.
Ranty, he just proved my video correct. You realize that, right?
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Yeah. Thank you. And I was just a matter of time before I was going to catch you in a lie anyway.
I was in a lie.
People like you don't care, and that's the sad part of why this shit all happens. People like you don't care if you're caught in a lie.
For a lie?
No, he's just, hey.
Oh my god, okay, so you made... I've got it now. No, I've got it now.
Let me stick up the Stingray.
Wait a minute, no, can I just say something, Brian? Because I've just figured it out, because now I've looked at SunCalc. First time I've looked at it, all I came in, I saw that Flat Earth Data was rotating it on the wrong axis, for one thing. But now I've realised, is like Rumpus said, and now I realise what Rumpus was saying. He's got them mixed up.
No, dude. If
you absolutely have. I'm going to share my screen. Wait a minute, I'll show you this.
Are you telling me the South Pole?
You already are sharing your screen.
No, I'm sharing a window. I'm going to share my screen.
Are you telling me the South Pole is tilted away from the sun in the summertime?
So, screen 2, go live.
Is that what you're saying?
So, here we go. So, there we go.
Priceless.
So, the two mistakes you made was, one, not rotating the Earth on its axis, and two, you're getting this shit mixed up. So this is what we're looking at right now, and this is what we'd expect. We'd expect angles like this. And guess what? We're seeing angles like this. Oh, sorry, in December. Okay, cool. Should we get it? Should we put it back to December?
Shall we put it through the axis,
bud? Yeah.
Shall we put it back? 23.4. You full of shit.
No. Shall we put it back to December?
Love it.
Wait a minute. So now let's have a look at December. Let's have a look at this angle, shall we? And we'll have a look at the
I do it already.
Wait a minute. Let's go back to December. Let's do it. I'm up for this. Let's do it. Holy crap! Are you shitting me? It matches exactly. Oh my goodness!
Wow, it doesn't, buddy.
There you go.
Wow.
That's
holy shit.
That's not southeast, dude.
Holy shit! It does match exactly, doesn't it? Well done. I never actually saw this before.
Why are you coming in from that side?
Pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
Not southeast, buddy. You're full of shit. It's east.
Matches
it's nowhere near.
Exactly.
Lay it in Perth. You're not even.
That's
in
actually,
Perth.
believe it or not, I've never done this before. I've never seen that it matches, but now I'm seeing that it matches. That's quite cool. I mean, that angle is pretty spot on. Jesus.
Yeah, 23 degrees south of east.
Yeah, look at that. That's well done.
Hold on. Let me take screenshots. Let me just take screenshots of these and just see whether or not they do actually match up. So,
why are you coming in from that angle? The sun. Why are you coming in from that side?
I'll zoom out so you can see the angle, Ranty. It's better.
No, but why are you coming in from that side?
That's the angle that you want to take. That's what you want to compare it to here.
So hold on.
Sunrise. The shadow would be on the opposite side.
Take a screenshot. Wait a minute. Take a screenshot.
The shadow would be on the opposite side.
There you go.
Okay, so.
In fact, can I move this? Because if I move that.
Sure, I can see. Sorry, I'll
here we go.
Yeah,
I'll put this where it is. So here, in fact, what we'll do is we'll put it up on this little bit here. You see that little bit there? What I'm going to do is I'll move this up.
The shadow coming from the other side. It doesn't come in southeast.
Okay, right. So
the shadow as the direction. You
hold
guys
on.
are morons, man. It comes in from the other side.
There we go.
You're showing sunset.
Oh my goodness.
Not sunrise.
Right. Okay. Everybody's.
Sunset.
Okay, that's cool.
Not sunrise.
Ranting.
That matches perfectly. Sorry, you want to see it in the opposing direction? Cool. Yeah, we'll just rotate this big ball. Wait a minute. So, yeah, we'll rotate this back round here, like so.
You just proved it is wrong.
And wait a minute. Let's have a look at this.
Oh,
now.
There you go.
So
buddy.
now it's going this way, which is southeast. Yes. Oh, nice.
Not southeast. Sunrise. You're kidding me, right? Are you guys watching this shit?
God, he's so slick, dude. It's sickening.
Are you guys watching the same shit? It's not even.
Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at
Isn't the shadow? Doesn't he have the shadow on the right where the sun is coming in from?
Exactly.
On the left, it looks like?
Exactly, dude.
Are you not seeing?
You heard a slide of hand. Now you heard a slide of Earth.
You expect your viewers to be idiots.
Rotating this. I'm just rotating this.
Stingray, you expect your viewers to be idiots and zealots. It's
I'm
a
just
shame
rotating.
that you
Wait a minute. Listen to this.
Listen to this.
Can I speak?
Dude.
Let me know when I can speak.
You are lying and showing the shadow coming in the wrong direction.
Let me go. Let me do it. Stingray.
Yo.
You reversed the angles. What we're seeing here is the shadow, not the direction of the sun. So the angles of the inclination that you put, they are in reverse. Just put the correct angle. Whatever you have, put a negative on it.
I'm going to share my screen.
Got it. Give me a sec. So.
Just reverse. Instead of 23. So
And show Perth. Please show Perth. You're not showing Perth. The whole example is done in Perth.
So you said it was from Perth.
I'll go Perth then. Perth.
Yeah, Perth is
Well,
better.
I'll tell you what.
It's more south.
I'll watch his screen first.
Where's that? Oh, right, okay. So it's over there. Give me a sec. Let me move my little. I should have actually I should have. I shouldn't have put this.
They're fraudulent. Hands over fist, man. And this guy here, Stingray, dude. I don't know what was coming your way, but it can't be anything good, man. For what you're doing.
Brilliant. The Earth correct. Have the north up and the south down.
See, the thing is, I demonstrated in real time, and I show you the simplicity of it, proving the angles don't match, and I don't screw up the direction of the sun either, like you just did. So
wait a minute,
I show you
the whole season.
And anybody, no, dude,
Yeah,
all I did was tilt the Earth.
There we go.
All I did was tilt the Earth. That's all I did. Tilt it towards
So
the
that's
position where it's in the summertime.
Okay.
That's
So,
simple.
so can
Angle
you zoom in?
572
Hold on.
degrees.
Okay.
Hold on. Can
So
you
now-
zoom? Hold on. Can you zoom in so that we can see the angle
Wait a
at
minute.
Perth?
So wait a minute. Yeah. So that's the shadow coming off the sun direction, which is the opposite to this. And Perth.
You're showing the sunset. Show the sunrise, please.
Well, I'll do both. So this is sun. This is the direction of the sun, which is causing this shadow here, which is perfect.
No,
And
it's
then
not.
if we
Hold
go-
on. Where's it perfect?
See this angle here? This red line? This is the direction of the sun, right? So
Well, it doesn't
the
reflect off
opposing
that.
so the opposing angle here would be where the sun casts a shadow, which is this line right here.
I can't see which line you're
But your
pointing to.
model is not
Am I still
oriented.
sharing? If I...
Yeah,
Yes,
I can
you're
see.
sharing, but
I
your
can
model
see.
is tilted.
Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Right, stop doing any more work on this. Can you watch my screen now?
Yeah, my model's tilted, Khaled, because the Earth is tilted.
Right.
No, I mean the north should be up and the south should be down.
Right.
Because
Okay.
that's the map.
Here we go. Can you right? Can you watch my screen now, please, and tell
Wait a
me
minute.
which
I
shadow
can do
goes
what
where?
I can do what Khaled's on about. Wait a minute, give me a second.
Okay, so
Just the
just
camera
ignore me
itself.
then.
Tilt the camera itself to have the north up and the south down.
Yeah, no, I won't. What I'll do is I'll just change the angle of the sun. It's easier.
No.
Exactly, cheating. Don't
No,
change
no.
the angle of the sun
No.
at 90 degrees.
No.
It's
We
just full
want
of
it the
shit.
same as it is.
So look, man, just send me the
Yeah,
most simplistic
so-
model you've got, and I will prove to the world you're full of shit. I've already done it already. You don't even know where the sun is coming and going or shadows, whatever. You demonstrated that as well. You actually go and reaffirm that one of my demonstrations are true and match. And it's all just about the sun in Perth. That's it. Summer and sun in Perth. That's all this argument's about.
So
This angle.
this is exactly like you just asked for, Khaled. This is exactly like you just asked for. Yeah. So now the globe is looking like it's up in relation to the sun, basically.
Yes.
Is what you've asked for.
Yes,
Correct?
yes.
Dude, that's an insane tilt.
Yeah.
You're
So now-
you're
now
tilting
the
it
sun-
What's the tilt on it? Go to your little square box and show us the tilt. Let's see the dimension coordinates.
Yeah, let's
Where
have a
you're
look at
sitting.
that.
Go to the square. Go to the square in Blender. I can't really see that shit.
23.4.
Did you not just change
And
that?
the other boxes? And the other boxes?
Hang on, wait a minute.
Zero?
Zoom back in
Zero.
again. Zoom back in.
23.
Hold on. Zoom
Yeah.
back in
So
again.
what he's done? He's
23.4.
angled-
No.
he's
Zoom back in
angled-
again.
Listen,
So let's see
what
that
he's
angle.
done, Ranty,
Oh,
what he's
Jesus
done.
Christ. It's
Show me the
here. I
sun.
can't zoom in.
No.
It's
Yeah, show me the sun.
23.4
Listen,
degrees.
Yes, zoom
Yeah,
back into
show
the
me the
model.
sun.
Zoom back into the
Alright.
model to the
Show me-
shadow.
Show me the sun now that you didn't change the sun to 118 degrees. Show me the sun that's at 90 zenith or 90 degrees. Show me
Like
the
he
sun
just
position.
switched the shadow, man. He's slick.
Yeah, I know. He's not being honest, dude. So show me the sun. Go to the sun there. Go to your sun in your menu and show me the degree it's at.
Yeah, this is it. 23.4.
No,
I've just said.
no, that's a fuck. Go to your sun.
Oh my God.
Go to your
this,
sun.
This
to your
is
fucking sun,
the
you liar.
fucking sun, you fucking
I don't see it
agent
highlighted.
retard.
I don't see it highlighted on your bar. Show me it
It's
highlighted on your bar.
here.
You see what
This
you just
is
did, man.
the sun.
So you
The
tilt
sun.
So now you're tilting the
Hello,
sun.
it's the sun.
So now
It's
you're
a
tilting-
23.4. I'll
Yeah,
make it
go-
minus
go to zero.
23.4.
No, go to
Oh, we'll have a
zero.
look.
Go
And
to
they
zero.
all
No,
match.
Go to zero. No rotation. No rotation. No tilt. Go to zero. You lying scumbag. Go to zero for the sun. The only thing that should tilt is the Earth. That's it. You're accentuating the angle to get the direction. I've already done it. I see how the lie works because I had to change to either the
Are
sun
you
angle.
aware?
I had to
The
change
me
the sun angle.
changing.
All right,
Are
listen,
you aware?
I want you
that
to go
me changing the
to
sun
zero.
direction or the
You're changing
Earth
the angle.
doesn't matter.
You're
The
changing the
relational
angle.
angle
Bullshit.
between the two.
You're changing the angle.
Bullshit.
Oh, you
Listen,
lot are
Ranty,
thick as
Ranty,
fucking shit.
Ranty,
Jesus.
these guys.
Right. Okay. Listen one sec. Right. Can you go to 0 now, please? Can you just reset the?
On the sun.
Yes, just to 0.
Yeah.
I just want to see that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So just stop there. Don't do anything. Now I'm going to bring Flat Earth data back. Here we go.
Sun and the,
There
he
we
has
go.
the sun and the Earth. He has the sun and the Earth paired. So, because when he changed the degree of the sun, the Earth changed its angle as well. You're full of shit, dude, and you're deceptive. Start over right now, and I will direct you exactly what to do and show me where I went wrong. How about that? I will tell you exactly what to do, and you know how to do it. So I know what you can do in less than
this.
5 minutes.
I've just matched this.
You
What
didn't,
else do you want me to do?
Start over, and I'll tell you exactly what to do.
No.
If you're, start
Wait
over.
a minute.
It takes less than 5 minutes.
What bit
Randy.
over
It takes less than
matching
5
this
minutes.
exactly did you not
It'll
get?
take less than 5 minutes.
I'm not
to
being
show-
a fucking muppet for you, dickhead. What
You are a
bit did
muppet.
it not
You're
match?
lying.
Which
Because
bit did it not match?
The position of that
Which
sun.
bit?
Listen,
Position
go
is
through-
irrelevant
Okay,
to a
Stingray, you're
directional
asking a
light
question.
source.
Stingray, you're asking him a question, but then you keep interrupting him.
He's
so.
not fucking answering, Randy.
Well, he's trying to speak, and every time he gets 2 words out, you
He's
do
trying to
interrupt him.
command me to be a gimp for him, which I am not.
You are a gimp. And I'll tell you why you're being a gimp. It's because you're lying right in front, and that's why you won't do it. You know damn well it. Damn well it would.
So,
you know damn well it wouldn't take
have a
any
look at
longer than.
this.
You know damn well it wouldn't take any longer than 5 minutes
Look
to
at
start
this.
over from scratch and show the audience the default
Here we go.
position,
I'm not
and
being a
then the
gimp for you, dickhead.
manipulation.
Okay,
You're not
well,
doing it.
could I ask?
He's not doing it, Randy.
Yeah,
You won't
listen,
do it. You know
hold
why?
on.
There we
Okay,
go.
so
Now I've rotated this again. This is summer.
Okay, so
This is summer
the question
in Australia.
a lot of people will probably be asking is, when you reset the sun.
Can I just have 5 minutes uninterrupted? Yeah.
Okay,
Randy, please,
go ahead.
or 4 minutes.
Go
no
ahead.
shit from fucking Fed or anything like that. So when I came on, I realised that Flat Earth Data was rotating the Earth in an incorrect axis, and I heard the tail end of what Rumpus was saying, which is you've got the two mixed up. Now I made a mistake, hands down, and Khaled pointed it out. I matched the shadow up instead of the sun direction, and then I thought, oh shit. All I need to do to correct for that is either have a positive 23.4 degrees or a negative 23.4 degrees. So what we're looking at right now is we can see Australia, and we can see where the sun is based. It's on the opposite direction to the shadow. Now, when we look at here in Perth, we see this line. This is where the sun is coming from, which then would cast a shadow up across the continent like this, which is exactly what this is doing right now. Now, when we go to the other side of the globe, when I go to the other side, I rotate it all the way around, and we have a look at where this shadow goes when it's right at the other side, we see that it's kind of pointing up and away, which is the opposite direction to the sun here. We'd expect the shadow to be here, and guess what? On a globe, it's actually that orientation. Now, just to finish this off, just so that there's no bloody ambiguity at all, let's see what it looks like when we say it's the other season, shall we?
Well, hang on, wait a second.
Let me just finish. Nearly, as Rumpus says, nearly done. So I don't know when, winter is in Australia. To be honest, I'm a bit geographically
December.
inept.
Oh,
Is
winter,
it?
June.
No, the
June.
opposite then. June.
I don't know.
June. Yeah, I really don't know. So now this is what we'd expect. So we'd expect shadows in the opposite directions to these two vectors. So now when I come along and have a look and we compare it to the globe model, I'll rotate this back into view ever so slightly along the axis of rotation. We see that this shadow here, it's actually hard for you to see, so I'll just move it on a little bit. But we see this shadow here matches the inverse of this direction.
Which
this direction here, the right-hand one. So it's casting a shadow out into the ocean, which we would expect, and is matched by the damn globe. Now let's go to the other side.
Stop. Right. So okay, so you've made a claim there. So I'm going to open up Paint, and we're going to check that claim to see whether or not what you've just said is true or not. So let me just get a copy of that screenshot, which I've already taken. So let me just pop it in there.
You can see it here.
Yeah, no. So I'm going to do it on Paint, and we're going to work through it. No, just please, Crow. You don't have to. What you have to do? What?
He's wrong.
Hold on. I just want to work through.
Okay,
let me
sorry.
work through with the guy that's modelling it. Right. Okay. So where was I? Right. So share my screen. Sorry, just 1 second there, guys. Share my screen. Right. Okay. So can you tell me now? Stingray, if you can see my screen in Discord.
Oh shit! Wait a minute. Do I have to stop sharing or something?
No. You just click on me where it says live in the show channel.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I've taken a screenshot of what you said. So down here we have the shadow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it white so that we can, or red. I'll make it red actually. And we're going to get a line. I'm going to make it around about 20. And that's your shadow angle, right? Actually, let's
About that, near enough. It don't have to be exact, but yeah, near enough.
What is that red line on the left? On Stingray screen,
hang
on the Blender. What's that red line, Stingray? Isn't that north?
Yeah, the red line is north.
Okay, so
you get it?
Hold on, so there's the angle. Yeah? Okay, so now when we take this over to this place, where's it match up?
You go across to my model.
To your model, yeah?
Yeah.
So there's the model.
you see that red bit on the model? That red line.
This red line here, yes.
That's
no,
north.
his red line.
My red line there. You see the axis? That's why I had it selected.
Yes, here.
See the axis there?
Yes.
That's north.
Right, okay. So on this image over here from time and date, what I'm asking is, where's the sun? Because it looks to me like there's the sun. Hold on, don't interrupt me.
Side.
Does people have to
Probably on the right-hand side, Ranty.
Okay, so all I'm asking the question is, you said these matched up and the shadows matched up perfectly with the globe.
Exactly.
And all I'm asking is, right, so where's the sun on this image over here? Where's the sun coming from?
The right-hand side.
Okay, so you're saying that this...
That amber line, not the red one, the amber line on the time-date thing is the direction of where the sun is.
Okay, that's cool. So the sun is in this direction over here, but
Correct.
We're getting a shadow that's like that.
Incorrect. You've done that wrong. I've just told you. If you look across to the, they are not aligned. North on that map does not equal north orientation in the 3D thing. There's a 23.4 axial tilt.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So you're saying that time and date hasn't accounted for that?
No, time and date is north, dead straight up. On my model, the Earth is tilted 23 degrees.
I understand you. I understand
Yes,
you.
good.
I understand what you're saying. So tilt this 23.4, and you're going to say that that will then match up to this. Right, so now I want to bring Flat Earth Data back because it's his point. So, where are we? There we go.
I haven't seen your model from scratch. I don't know the coordinate systems, but I do know that you can cheat the light angles to make it work. Guaranteed. I've done it. I know what you have to do. You either have to change the angle of the sun or you change the angle of the Earth at a greater value. Now, what you've done is you've created already a setup, which I don't know your coordinates. And you know damn well it doesn't take not even 5 minutes to create a ball Earth, throw a skin on it, and tilt its fucking axis with a 90-degree sun. And just look at that. Because if we do that, there's no way your sun angles will match. What you're doing is finagling and going over a whole bunch of rigmarole that's unnecessary. I repeat, all you need to do, open up Blender, add a sphere, add a skin to it, put a pole on it, keep it don't change its orientation until your skin and pole is on it. Make sure your sun is 90-degree parallel from it. Tilt your fucking Earth, and you will see the angles don't match, as I demonstrated in my video. What you're doing is being deceptive and not showing any of the coordinates, any of that stuff, and you don't even want to start over from scratch when it's really easy.
Okay. If I do this for you and it matches reality, what do I get?
You get a win, but you won't, dude, because I just did it. I did it in real time in a video that you can watch what I do.
I tell you what. Here. Listen. At the end of the day, this is Flat Earth Data's. Well, he's put a lot of videos about it, and he's very passionate about it. What better win than shutting him up if you're correct? It doesn't have to be anything really bet on it, but this can be taken away. I mean, I don't think Flat Earth Data will live it down if you can prove it. Can you prove it? Go ahead, try.
You know what's really sad, Ranty, is that I've actually had people attempt to show the angle, but they'll take a picture of their sphere, but they won't show the position.
Yeah, you guys talk for 2 seconds.
Okay, so I'm going to bring a couple of people back. that had rotated.
Rumpus come back in. That would be funny.
I
That
have a
will be funny.
last question for Flat Earth Data. Flat Earth Data?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, in your model, I see the 23.4, and I see 572 degrees on the z-axis. What is that?
That's the rotation. That's when you just rotate the ball. It's insignificant. It's just a rotation axis.
So when you rotate the ball, that number should change?
If you rotate it, it will change. But if you leave it in the position of 0 and tilt the axis, the sun angle won't change. Go take a look for yourself. It doesn't matter if I rotate it or not. The sun angle, the position of the axis tilt won't change its position towards the sun. Okay, because
I'm not talking about the 23. I'm talking about the 572 degrees. That seems to be constant when you are spinning
So it's
the
just
ball.
the rotation. So what I did is when you go in to make animation for the ball to rotate, it's just part of the animation for the rotation of it. That's all it is. But if you go look, you'll see that the rotation will change. If it's set on that feature, you can see the actual number change. It's just the rotation of it. So when you throw in the animations to get that wobble that I put in there, that exaggerated wobble, it has nothing to do with the position of the tilt towards the sun. 0. It was just a distraction to get you guys in.
Right. Do you do all accept that Dean's model exactly matched what time and
No,
date did, don't you?
Not at all.
Did.
Not one bit.
Be quiet.
He started.
Did.
It did
you
not.
said a lot.
It
My
did not.
turn.
It
My
did not.
turn. My
When
turn.
he started out.
My
When he started out.
turn.
When he
My
started out.
turn. My
When he started
turn.
out.
You do
When he
things
started
with
out.
my turn.
When he
my
started
turn,
out, he backed my
turn,
results.
Shut up. My turn.
In real time.
Shut up. Shut up.
In real
Shut
time,
up.
he backed my
turn.
results.
Shut up.
Hey, just
My
wait a
turn.
minute, really quickly. Ranty, you are streaming what I'm doing right now, yeah?
Right. So what?
Wait a
Dean
minute.
showed-
Rumpus, just give me 2 seconds. Ranty, you there? Ranty.
He's muted himself. Whatever.
No,
Right.
but I just wanted. Wait a minute.
Well, it is, Dean. I was watching.
All
it.
right,
It's
okay.
coming through.
Okay, no, that's cool. I was just going to stop and wait because I don't want someone saying, "Oh, you cheated. This isn't right."
Oh, actually, I might be. I'm just checking on YouTube for you.
Send me the project file, Jem or Stingray. Send me the project file, please.
Yeah, it is, Dean. Yeah,
Flat
Dean.
Earth Data.
Cool.
Flat Earth Data at yahoo.com.
Right. So the point is that
Are you
as
gonna send
I
it to me,
pointed out,
Stingray?
be
Stingray, are you
quiet.
gonna send it to
As
me?
I pointed out,
Shut up,
the
Rumpus.
Dean the
Are you
model
gonna
did.
send it
I
to me?
haven't made
Shut
my
up, Rumpus.
point yet. I haven't made
Stingray,
my point yet.
are you gonna send it
You're
to
giving
me?
a speaking
Let me
definitely,
finish with
Flat Earth
Stingray,
Data.
and you can have
my
you can
turn
finish.
to speak. It's
You can
my
finish when
turn
I'm
to
done.
speak. It's
Are you gonna
my
send
turn
me
to speak. You've spoken
Hey,
a lot, and it's
Stingray.
now my
Hold on,
turn
I
to
just
speak.
hold on. I
It's
just
my
stepped away
turn
for.
to speak.
I've just stepped away
It's
for
my
1 minute.
turn
Yes,
to
okay,
speak.
right. You're all muted, right? So I've just stepped away for 1 minute, and it's like, what the hang? Wow. Okay, right. Rumpus, what is your problem? What have you got a problem with right now?
Right, because Flat Earth Data is interrupting like crazy. You won't allow anybody else to speak. Right, I want it to be recognised that as you were incorrectly doing, and you muted me as I was pointing out the huge error you were making in trying to decide whether or not Dean's model is correct. He hadn't rotated Australia to match what was going on in the time and date thing. And when you do, it matched exactly what time and date did. So we need to recognise that the model that Dean did exactly matched time and date angles and does not match what Flat Earth Data did. So we've got a complete agreement between the global model and time and date, and the problem is with Flat Earth Data.
Wrong.
Finished.
What I did is I exposed my platform for what I did. I didn't do anything extraneous. There's a few subjects there. It's simplistic. In that
the wrong
simplistic
date.
Listen.
Wrong time. The wrong
I didn't.
season.
I didn't. So at the end of the day, all I'm highlighting is December angles in Australia.
But you didn't use December. You had autumn in there. You had the angle for autumn.
So December.
Your Earth was orientated for
December.
autumn, and you were talking about the summer. You idiot.
So December is the summer in Australia. The Earth's tilted at 23.4 degrees. That's
you
what
had
I
it for
did.
autumn, you moron. You had it for
So,
autumn. You
again,
utter moron.
I clearly display, and you know what's funny is actually he had to go back and adjust it because he actually did 2 examples.
Exactly.
That I showed, and he matched my examples, proving my video correct. Then he went back and changed a few settings, and they said, I have to change the angle of the sun. Meanwhile, ProXE is saying, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. And then he comes back and goes, oh, yeah. The point is,
You got it
Stingray,
all wrong.
send me the project file. I will look at it, and I will guarantee you do not have either one of the two. The sun is not angled parallel to the Earth.
You
or the
got
Earth
it
is
completely
tilted,
wrong.
or the Earth is tilted more. I show you in real time, dude, that you can duplicate step by step what I do.
You claim that date
Easy
and
peasy.
time agree with you, and it doesn't.
It does agree with me. I show you. It
No, we
shows
just
that
demonstrated you had the Earth in the autumn orientation, and you were looking at the date, the time and date information for the summer. So you were completely wrong.
Well, would you agree, Rumpus?
you have two max tilts.
Would you agree that that they had to change the sun's orientation to get that to match?
I must admit, I missed that point. I was away for half an hour or more, so I missed that point. But what I did.
Well, yeah, it was a very big point because they did.
Let me answer. But what I did see that Dean made some error in not equating that the angles shown in time and date were the opposite of the shadow. When he realised that, everything worked perfectly, so it was fine.
No, he still tried to switch swipe it, and he still tried to switch swipe it and do a slide of globe to act like he was correct. You didn't see the deception?
I didn't see that, but he did make the correct point, which is it doesn't matter whether the sun or the Earth are angled. It's the relative orientation that matters, and nothing else does. So I'm perfectly confident that Dean did it correctly.
So anyway, we've all seen just right. Wait a minute. Can I
never send me that project, will ya? You'll never send me that project.
Yes, you will. Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Right,
So
okay.
I've
everyone
just
be quiet
done
and
this.
Let him make his presentation.
So there's two ways that we can do this now. I can tilt the Earth 23.
Exactly, buddy.
Oh my goodness, will you shut up? There's two ways I can do this now, and both of them make not a blind bit of fucking difference which one we choose. Because there's such a thing as relativity. I can rotate this Earth 23 point whatever degrees, or I can rotate the light 23 point whatever degrees. The result is that
not while you're head on to Australia. Hold on, Stingray. You can't do that when you're
Brian. Shut up, Brian. Jesus.
Go ahead, Stingray.
I can rotate either of them. It doesn't matter. The problem that Ranty, I'll do it for you. I'll do it. The reason why I want to do it this way, Ranty, is this will show us the correct orientation of so that you can screenshot and compare. If I only do this,
here's the thing.
If I rotate this 23 degrees, then I better parent that to that. Then you know you're going to have to rotate it when you take a screenshot, basically, if that's what you wanted to do. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
I don't think you understood.
Yeah, you kind of skipped me by that. Listen, what I was going to say was before when you did it, you had both on the axes, right?
Right. I'll tell you what. Like I said, what I can do is quite simply, I can say, "Oh, shut the fuck up." Why don't you just declare? Why don't you just declare you've won? Is that enough for you?
No.
So
I'm watching
what I
you
can
run
do now
in real time.
is I can
finish. Jesus Christ! Let him finish his sentence.
Yeah. So what I can do now is I can put an axial tilt on this, the 23 point whatever degrees, into summer, 23.4, whatever it is. And now we're in summer, and I've not rotated the sun. Now I can rotate. Wait for it. On the rotation axis, and we see where the sun is rising and the shadow that it casts, Ranty. But the problem is, this Earth is rotated, so you can't directly compare this angle to the one you get in time and date. Whereas if we look where this line is, if we look where this, if we look where this line is, it's intersecting this little green bit here. So what I can do is, I can say, well, to make it so that you can compare, I'll make it easy for you. What I can do is I can say, actually, I'll rotate this back to 0, and I'll make the light come in from 23.
Told ya.
0.4 degrees.
That's not
Did y'all catch that?
Now,
what time and date does. That's what time and date does.
I told
That's
you.
what time and
I
date
told
does.
you. You're manipulating.
That's what time and date does.
I called it, didn't
That's
I? I called
what
it.
time and date has done in the day.
I called it.
So now,
100%
now
I called it.
we look
You're doing
here.
You're doing exactly
we look
what I
here.
called.
We look here, and it's exactly the same. How amazing is that? But now, Ranty, you can take a fucking screenshot and compare, because North is up in this.
So what he did, Ranty, is he
Job
changed the
done.
angle of the sun and didn't keep the light parallel, which I told you is the only option to get that degree. I already
Oh
called
my
it.
God.
You
Okay,
just did
let's
exactly
let's
what I called.
okay.
Now
Guys,
go to
can I
my
help you
video.
all?
Go
Can
to
I
my
help you
video.
all? Stingray and Flat Earth Data, please. I want to say something. Stingray, do it the way with the sun horizontal or 0 degree. do whatever you want to do
90
with the Earth, but
Yeah,
then,
90 degree.
you know,
90 degree.
yes, 90 degree, and then
tilt
take
the
a
Earth
snapshot.
tilt the Earth at 23.4 degrees.
Yes.
So you have
and
the
then
sun
take
at
a
90
snapshot
degrees.
and orient. Well, I'm talking to him. Then orient the longitude line to be vertical. Just
Yeah, because
take a
what he's
snapshot
doing
and then-
is he's facing Australia and tilting the sun. You
cannot
can't
tilt
be
the camera for some
facing
reason.
Australia
Oh my
and
God!
then tilt
Will
the sun.
everybody just listen at this right now? This is basic. This is so fucking basic. The sun is not
why is it-
fucking tilt. Listen.
why
Shut
is it so
up.
hard for you
Shut
then?
up. Shut up, dipshit.
Why? Why is it so
The
hard
sun
for you?
now
He's explaining
is-
it to you. Shut up.
The sun now
he's not
is
explaining
parallel.
anything.
Let
There
him
is
finish
no.
the sentence.
There now is no. The sun is 90 degrees. That's what it is. I've now tilted the Earth instead. Now the problem you've got is the Earth is tilted, which means Australia's tilted. But this shadow relative to this bottom line here, this coastline, this is what you want to compare on time and date. And when we do that, we can see that this shadow matches this bottom fucking line on the coastline.
No, it doesn't, dude. Sorry.
So go out of December, it does.
No.
Wait a minute. give
I
me a second.
demonstrate.
I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. This red line is where the sun is coming from, which means that is the shadow line, and yes, it matches. If I move this down a little bit now to that coastline, wait a minute. Oh. If I rotate this down and to there, we see that. Wait a minute! No way! It matches. Wow! Amazing, huh? The globe presented.
Can I listen to? I'd like to listen to Brian if he can come in, but not so hot. So please don't come in quite as hot there, Brian, because every time you come in, you shout so loud, it's like everyone drowned out. So
You have to manipulate your ball, dude, to get that angle.
Yeah, man.
Doing it
That's
straight
what I
angles.
was saying. Sorry to come in hot, but I was saying, look, he's sitting there showing us Australia face on and then changing the angle of the sun. Okay, and what he just showed us, no, that didn't match up, man. But I'd like him to start from scratch, like Flat Earth Data's doing, and tilt the sun. Don't swap it around and change the angles.
Brian,
Show just listen. Hold on, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I know, but draw the axis. Keep the axis on the Earth. Keep it drawn on there. Don't just draw a stick through from the top of the Earth to the bottom of the Earth, and keep it in the picture. Okay, where we can see that you don't change the angle of the Earth. You keep it and you spin it that way. Bet you won't do that.
I don't know what you just said. I'm gonna guess. But okay, so I'll tell you what. I'll put I am actually guessing at this, Brian. Now, so you're gonna have to
From North Pole to South Pole, draw a line to North Pole to South Pole.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So now I've got a line here, which is North to South Pole, and this is actually our rotation axis as well. This is our rotation axis.
And
This
don't
is
deviate the Earth. Don't.
No, honestly, the Earth is not deviated at all. So what I'll do, I'll put this pole back in the middle of the Australia, wherever I had it. Let's do. I can't remember where the fuck I had it now.
I think he wants to put. I think he wants you to put the pole through from north to south.
Yeah, that there is a peg axis now that is north to south. I got to put this back on Perth because I actually moved it for the purposes of what he was asking me.
Deception.
Nice one, Bri, but no, unfortunately not.
I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, I know. So now I've got the pole in Perth, but I've also got the axial pole of the Earth. There we go. How's that? And now when I rotate this, oh god damn, I haven't parented that bastard thing to it. So now when I rotate the Earth, we see that the axis, unlike Feds, doesn't fucking change because this is the axial
dude. I did
rotation
that on
of the
purpose
Earth.
to get you guys to jump on board.
How's that working
to-
out for you,
to do
boy?
this. I destroyed you, dude. You just
Of
proved
course
my
you did,
video
boy.
correct.
Matches time and date exactly. Destroyed. Utterly destroyed. Look at this.
So why do you show the shadow on the opposite side? Are you showing sunset? The sunset is what? Southwest, right?
This
Dean,
Southwest
please
is the sunset.
Dean, please keep it orientated towards the north going up because they do not understand the north not being up and then being up.
Can't rotate. Well, this rotating the
gotta-
viewport
I'm just looking at the
axis.
angles. The angles is all I'm looking for.
The angle. You've
And
got
the
to have
angle
the
doesn't match. The angle doesn't match time and date.
because they don't accept.
Hold
it
on, you're
matching
spinning the Earth backwards, bro.
Rotate
Unless
the
you
camera.
Unless you have
Okay, listen, one at a time, please. One at a time.
Just
One
do
word,
the sun,
one word.
sunrise, like I said.
Yeah,
keep doing the
yeah.
sun
Don't
itself.
now. One more thing. One more thing, guys.
Everybody calm the fuck down.
One more thing. Now, don't spin the Earth backwards. Spin the Earth. Put the Earth the way it comes. Spin the Earth the way it would go. Instead of you're spinning it towards sunset, spin it towards sunrise. Without changing the axis.
I've got this, Brian. Everybody calm the fuck down. It's not easy to fucking. You can't just arbitrarily rotate the viewport camera that you're using that's supposed to be orientated to the grid at all times. But I'm going to do this for everybody so they stop fucking, pardon the term, bawling.
Okay, so it's just Brian and Stingray. It's just you two at the minute. The rest are Server Beauty, just for the time being, just that you two can get into this.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so keep the axis, keep the north pole, south pole axis up on screen, and so you don't change the rotation, and make it where the Earth rotates toward the sun. Okay, spin the Earth toward like we would see a sunset. So you'll see the sun coming in, not the. Don't take down the north-south pole though.
I got you, Brian. Got you, Brian. So, can we see? You're all right having a camera here, looking at Australia, right? Australia.
Yeah, camera view. That's fine.
Where the shadow is. This is the camera. This is your axes, the tilt, right? This is the sun. We see that it's dead on. And now what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the globe, unlike flat Earth data, in a local axis, so that we go all the way round to the other side.
Yeah, there. Yeah, put it on that side. Put the sun on that side, and then rotate it.
There we go. So now we've rotated to the other side, and we have a look at time and date, and we think, is this shadow in the opposing direction to this? And we think, well, hang about. Yes, it is. And Ranty, just for you.
Wait, that is not lined up with the north-south pole, bro.
Just for you.
You changed the angle of the sun again, dude.
For you, I haven't touched the sun, Brian. Jesus.
Why is it not lining up with the north-south pole then? If the sun is 90 degrees out, why is it not lining up?
Wait a minute. I'm positioning this camera on the axis, the rotation axis of the Earth now. So now, if you want to take screenshots, anybody wants to take screenshots, this is what you take screenshots of, because now this.
Why won't you show the north and the south pole at the same time, bro? You're being deceptive, man. All right, go ahead.
Wait a minute. You want me to zoom the camera out? Okay. I'm not being a gimp for you fucking tards all this time.
You straighten it back out, bro. You straighten the axis back out. Why would you even do that? But my only request was show the sun on the. God dang.
Brian, I've rotated the camera to be in the axial tilt of the Earth. This here is still tilted in relation to the sun. How can you not understand this? How is this so hard for you to understand? This is ridiculous. Either nobody on this panel understands geometry, or you are all dishonest as fuck. That is the shadow. This is north-south on a globe.
Why do you keep straightening the pole back out, bro?
Let's have a look at Perth.
Look where the south pole is, dude. Are you kidding me?
Let's have a look at this. This is where the sun's coming from. It would cast a shadow upwards this direction.
Why would you?
What have we got here?
Why would you keep sneaking the pole down at the bottom, dude?
How weird is that?
Hold on one sec.
People see this. Go ahead.
You don't have to shout. You don't have to shout because.
Okay.
There's nobody
it's
else
insanity what he's doing.
There's nobody else over talking you right now. So if you want to make your point clearly without screaming, that would be good.
Yeah, every time I go to talk, he interrupts me, man. That's the only time I ever yell, when people interrupt me over and over. Look, he keeps putting the pole back down to the bottom, blocking out the north pole so it's not obvious. He's doing it over and over and over and over, just saying he's changing the view. Saying people don't understand geometry. Just do what I'm asking. Keep the whole Earth on the middle of the screen, okay? Don't change the view. Just give us an equatorial view. Keep the Earth tilted, okay? Show the tilt, obvious. Put a big giant pole from north to south, okay?
And then give us. Jesus! This is what I did for you!
So you didn't hear what I said, okay? Keep the north and the south pole on screen at all times, no matter what. Don't remove them, okay? And then give it the tilt. Put it 0 degrees, then give it the tilt, and give us an actual view of the way the sun comes in, spin the Earth, the direction it actually spins, and then show us like
This is
that.
the last time I'm going to do this. It's not going to produce the effect you want, and you're going to cry. But this time, I don't give a shit.
Whatever it produces is what it produces, bro.
This here is the axial. Is the axis of the Earth that it's rotating on. This here goes from, if we have a look here, it goes from the North Pole, meow, all the way to the South Pole and sticks out. Wicked. Awesome. This here is a view, a camera attached to the globe showing Australia, but it shows it in a north-south so that someone could take a screenshot and understand
now,
this.
one more
Be quiet.
thing.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
No.
Now, all
Hold
I'm
on.
going to do for you is
Let me
I'm
finish.
going to rotate this through a fucking day for you in this axis, which is what you're meant to do. So, and this is the camera that I'm not touching up here. So
Okay,
we
to make sure you get it right.
Look
Aren't
at
we
this.
doing...
We rotate this.
Wait
and this
a
is what
minute,
happens
man.
to the shadow all the way
Come
to the
on,
other
man.
side, and there we go. It's now.
Why do you keep
up
interrupting me?
like that.
Listen.
It's like
Listen,
up there. Let's have a
listen,
look
during
at
the
it.
summer, hold on.
there.
During the
Wow,
hold on,
amazing.
Stingray. During the summer, doesn't Australia tilt toward the sun, okay? Tilt Australia toward the sun, bro, the way it is in real life. During the summer, during December in Australia, you tilt that axis toward the sun. Quit your tricks.
Rick, this Brian is Australia.
You've got it tilted away from the sun, bro.
This is the closest part on the fucking globe right now to the sun is Australia. I'm really
What?
sorry if that.
No, so the Earth is tidally locked. So the Earth is tidally locked to the sun. So,
Oh my
what you're
God,
saying
you're
is that,
making no
and
fucking
then
sense.
what are you talking about, bro?
You schizo.
Tilt Australia toward the sun. It's that simple, bro.
This is the sun, Brian. That's Australia. I couldn't get Australia nearer to the sun if I fucking tried.
Now you got it. Okay, I'm looking at the one
No,
on
I didn't
top.
get it. I just haven't fucking changed it. The
Okay,
one on
I'm
top
looking-
is the same, except the one on the top is this fucking camera here, so that we can stay north-south arranged, because Ranty feels the need to take screenshots when there's a 23-degree tilt.
Okay.
No, I don't need to take any screenshots now.
Okay, good.
I don't need to take
Well,
any.
I'm keeping that camera so that north-south is shown like this. So that no
Now-
one can say, oh, it doesn't match because the
Hold
angles
on.
are all off. No, it's not.
Now, okay. So what you're saying? So why don't you put the sun on the right side? Okay.
I
Like if
don't
we're
move
looking
the
at-
sun, Brian. I only rotate the Earth. I do not
Okay, we'll
move
go
the sun.
around till we'll keep going till you're on the other side of the sun, till you're on the south summer.
Right, so, oh, wait a minute, you want winter, what do you want now? What are we doing?
You're in. Okay, you are showing. Okay, now put
Summer.
the.
This
just
is a
go
day.
all, if you.
Wait a minute, Bri, let's have a proper conversation here. This is a day in summer in Australia. Now what do you want? And we can see what the shadow does and it matches time and date. Now what do you want?
So does the sun rise from the west in Australia?
So if the sun's rising, it rises.
You got it rising from the west in my screen.
No, it's whichever fucking rise and sunset is. It rises in the east, sets in the west.
Exactly. Now draw it like that, dickhead.
Brian, this is a day. This is a day. I don't draw the sun. I put it in a place, I put it on a globe, and it matches. This is a day. This is sunset. This is sunrise.
Bro, everybody sees you keep bringing the shadow in as a sun rise. Okay, we know what it does during sunset.
I don't control the shadow, Brian. I rotate the fucking Earth.
Okay,
the shadow
so
is cast from the fucking
There.
sun. I do not control the shadow. It's a real-time fucking shadow cast by this
okay,
bar.
whoa. So now you got the sun 90 degrees, right? You got the sun
It's
coming in 90
always
degrees.
been 90 degrees.
Okay, why is the sun coming in from the bottom right of my screen then?
Well, here now. So this is when the sun is in the lower.
Trace. Take the sun and trace an arrow. You're gonna have the sun's gonna be at the bottom right side of the screen. You're like drawing crepuscular
You see
shit or
this
something.
line? Yeah, you see this line here? You see
That's what we're trying to tell you, bro.
You see this here? This here This is where the sun would be. This is where
It
the sun would
doesn't
be.
match reality,
It would-
bro.
Are you ready? Are you ready? This is where the sun would be on time and date, and it would cast a shadow in this direction. And holy fucking shit!
Yeah, on time and date,
What's
but that's not what it would do on a
happening
globe, bro.
It's
yeah,
doing
I
the
could do the same thing on a flat Earth, dude.
Holy shit! Wait a minute. Let's do this amazing thing, shall we? Shall we go watch the sunset and see if it aligns itself with this bottom coastline?
Oh, you're a
Holy shit.
professional, ain't you?
Wait a minute. Let's have a look at this. Holy shit! It aligns itself.
Yeah, now you got a globe
coastline.
on screen showing you how that would never work.
Ryan, it's a sphere. What will we
Everybody sees. Yeah, you got the shadow coming in properly, but everybody sees on screen that the sun would have to be way the fuck down and to the right. It'd have to be way down below. So yeah, you could show it working perfectly. Yeah, it works perfect, but it wouldn't work on a globe, and you're showing it on screen, dumbass.
The sun is
You're
here.
right, Brian.
The sun is here. This is the sun. It is in a direction which is coming from this way, which is opposing 23 degrees. It's casting parallel light and producing this, which matches time and day. Your problems and misunderstandings are not my
Trace them, buddy.
issue.
Trace them. Put what you just had up there and trace the rays and show me what angle they're coming in at.
Trace the rays.
From your globe, trace the rays toward the
Right,
center
are you ready?
of that light.
Brian? Are you ready, Brian? This is a parallel light ray, 90 degrees. Coming
Put it
in.
back how you had it.
Wait a minute. I'm tracing it
Put
for you,
it back
dickhead.
how you had
I'm
it, pro.
tracing it for you, dickhead. Look at this.
Put it back how
I'm
you
gonna put
had it
next
and
to-
then trace it.
Oh my goodness! Wait a minute.
Put
Oh my
it back
goodness.
how you
I'm
had
tracing
it. Come on,
now.
man.
Holy shit! I'm tracing it now, and it matches. Your
You're
inability.
tracing this. Oh
your
my god.
inability to fucking understand
Dude,
this is
are you
not my
kidding me?
problem, dickheads.
Put it back how you had it. Put it back how you had it and trace the sun rays toward the sun. Okay? Put the sun back on the side it goes on where the sun rises in the east. Put it back where you got the sun rising in the east, and then trace the rays from the globe to the sun. Bet you won't do that, will you, pro?
Just done this for you now. Now what are you asking
Do
of
it with
me?
the sun rising in the east, like you just had it, like it does in real life. Okay.
So
And
so
then
you asked me
trace-
to do.
no,
Wait a
and
minute.
then
Brian,
trace-
shut the fuck up 2 seconds. First of all, you asked me to do sunset, trace a ray. I moved this parallel light ray to trace it to show you that this is the direction. Now you're saying put it at the other side because you think something's going to be fucking different.
Who told you to put the sun, the shade coming? Who told you to put sunset? I told you make the sun rising. Well, you just had it, bro. You had the sun down and off to the right. You had
This is the
sunlight
last
coming
time.
in.
Last time, Brian. Last time.
This time,
You're
trace
looking like
the
a
sun
dickhead.
rays.
Right, you ready?
This time, trace
there
the
we
sun
go.
rays. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So there we are. Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Now trace the rays.
Now trace the rays. Okay. If you shut the fuck up, I will do. We'll move this ray, which is the parallel light ray, across here. And do you see that, Brian? Do you see some weird fucking thing that's happening? This parallel light ray is matching the fucking shadow, you Egypt.
Trace it on screen. Draw a
It's
line from
fucking
the
on
equator.
screen, you fucking retard. It's here. It's parallel.
I'm not seeing what you're showing, bro.
Oh shit. Then maybe you might not be a retard. Maybe you just might.
I'm saying it.
Wait,
Well,
you see
the
which
audience
way
is
that-
saying
I
it.
see it now. You see which
Oh,
way
right.
that line's going? That's not reality. Just saying.
Well, that means time and
Anyway,
day and a sphere don't match reality then. Fair enough. If that's your contention, prove it.
No, I see what. Look, you got an argument. I'm just trying to get you to draw it the way we see it. That's all. You can let people decide for themselves. Sorry to keep fucking with you, Stingray.
Okay. Then I apologize for shouting at you as well.
Could I have 2 minutes? Could I have 2 minutes with Dean, please?
Oh,
Right.
fucking hell. You're not going to, if you ask me to, I'm going to be just as aggressive to you if you ask me to do
No,
something.
Dean, I'm
really
gonna
sorry.
help.
No special fucking treatment.
No,
you say you're going to
Dean.
help me, but you're going to ask me to
I
do
am,
more
I
fucking
am.
shit and
Dean,
jump through hoops.
Just put your arrow line ray back to where it was. Don't undo whatever you did for Brian. Right.
Okay.
Just pull back a bit and just show us that the Earth is angled towards the sun. It's summer in the southern hemisphere, so that means the bottom
There you
south pole.
go.
There we go.
That's
so
the
off
sun.
to the that means off to the right is the sun. That's correct, isn't it?
That
Dean?
is correct, yes.
Right. So there we are. That is the orientation of the Earth in the summer for Australia. That is December. So that means that the South Pole is point nearer to the sun than the North Pole. So there, as Dean has got the angle that we all know about, the 23.5 degrees, and off to the east is the sun. So that line, that green line, represents the ecliptic of the orbits of the planet. So that green line is the sort of plane of the solar system, and there we have the sun in the summer for Australia, pointing with the South Pole towards the sun. Right now, Dean, could you please put us in the early morning, which means you got it right eventually, which was it rises in the east. So could you just go to the rotate the Earth round, right? And also, now what Dean has done is he's put the camera, the view he's looking at, he's put a camera that's orientated towards the axis. So he hasn't changed anything about the orientation of the Earth or the sun. He's just simply put a camera that's aligned with the axis so that Ranty can compare it with date.com. And so I was shouting earlier when he didn't understand that he was not comparing like with like because Dean did not have the view in the top orientated north to south. So he's put a camera orientated to the axis so that it's aligned with time and date. So now Dean has got could you've got it in evening now. Could you put it in morning, rotate it around the other way, Dean? So we got the morning. Yeah, keep on going. Right. So there we have, right, so stop there. So that is dawn in Australia in the summer. And that shadow is, of course, because what time and date does is it draws the angle to the sun, which is, of course, exactly opposite to a shadow. So if you do the inverse of that shadow, there we go. And you can see in time and date, that yellow line there for dawn going to where the sun is exactly matches the opposite of the shadow. So that's exactly correct. And because Dean has aligned the north-south, because he's put a camera on it, you can compare exactly the angles in time and date with what he's drawn. And now, Dean, if you'd like to carry on doing a whole day, so this is the dawn, and if you'd like to go from dawn to noon, and then, right, so there we've got noon, because I think that's, yeah, okay, and then this is the evening. And so if we now look at the time and date for the evening, we will now see that the angle, there we go. So that angle there is going to be opposite because that's pointing to the sun. That orange line to the left-hand side at sort of 8 o'clock line is going to be the opposite angle to the sun, to the shadow, because Dean's drawn in shadows and time and date draws in the angle to the sun. Now, if we go back to Dean's 3D thing, you'll see that line exactly matches the time and date thing. So we have a complete agreement here between time and date and Australia.
Okay,
whereas,
fair enough. Listen.
Okay.
What Flat Earth Data was presenting though before was two positions.
Well, okay, that was the other issue. I mean, I haven't. His two things I haven't dealt with that yet. I just pointed out that he was basically misrepresenting the Earth, and he had, as Dean said, he didn't have it rotating around the axis of the Earth. He claims he did this deliberately. I think he's just a moron because he also claimed that was summer when he showed it, which was the autumn position. So I mean, he's a moron. Doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
So just to finish this off, and then I really must go because I should have left fucking a bit ago. But I stayed on to do this live, and anybody can follow it along. So what I'll do is I'll set all the rotations of this supposed glow
did you unmute
back
me?
to 0.
You've been unmuted for the last 20 minutes, mate.
Okay, so he
so
just
now
demonstrated. Wait, hold on a second.
let me
Hey,
just
Dean, stop right now. Stop right now. Stop right now.
Dean is in mid-sentence.
Ranty, you see what he just
So
did?
now, what I'm going to do...
What he just did?
Dean is in mid-sentence.
He had the Earth rotation at a different angle.
I'm going to have minus 23.
Okay, listen, everybody needs to be quiet for just a second.
Now I've got it in... Oh my god, wait a minute. So now I've got it in... Can I finish this, Ranty, or I can just fucking leave?
Yeah, hang on. Right, go ahead. You finish up Stingray, and then I'm going to bring Flat Earth Data back in immediately.
That's fine. So now we've seen... I mean, just to combat his fucking point, let's shove this back at 23.4. So the opposing direction. We're back in fucking summer, just for his point of view, and we'll rotate the Australia, and we can see still matches, goes all the way around to the other side, and still matches. Awesome, brilliant. Now let's see what Australia looks like in winter and compare it with timeanddate.com. Now I've got no problem in you guys saying that timeanddate.com is fucking wrong. That's not a problem.
I'm not saying time and
that's
date's
your
wrong.
burden.
I'm saying
that's your burden
is wrong.
to prove.
Your ball is
23.4.
Yeah, that's
so
the whole
now,
point. The whole point is
now,
he's not comparing it to time and date though, is he?
All right. So well, I don't know. So now let's go to Khaled said it was June, which is awesome.
So December 10th.
There we go.
December
so now we've got. Let me finish.
This argument is about December 10th.
The argument is about December 10th.
In summer. That's
so
all
here
it
we
is.
go.
And listen,
so here we go.
point,
they match
in
winter
point,
to that.
This guy
They match in
has
winter,
not
yes or
taken
no?
The Earth.
His argument is about. hold on, Flat Earth
This is about
Data.
December.
Hold on.
This is about December, dude.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
about anything.
So it's
Okay,
about it's
go back to December.
So it's December the 10th.
We just did December.
Yep. So it's December the 10th.
Yo.
There
Yeah,
we go.
that's-
And he's not really interested in what time and date shows. He has a different argument. It's nothing to do with time and date. I'm going to bring Flat Earth Data back in to see how he's going to explain it to you. Here you go.
But I
So,
have
look,
to go in like
you,
5
you,
minutes.
Yeah,
2.5
you
minutes.
just do me a favor. Press Control Z 5 times for me. Just do me a favor. Do that, Control Z. Can you do that for me? The reason is because you were just showing an example of the sun angles with the wrong tilt of the Earth. You were being disingenuous. I saw your settings.
So wait a minute. So it shouldn't be 23. Wait a minute. So it shouldn't be 23.
It was your settings, dude. It
Okay.
was your
So
settings.
really quickly.
It was your settings.
Really
It was
quickly.
your settings.
No. Can I ask a question?
Control Z.
Stop
Control
fucking
Z.
saying this.
Just
Are you ready?
fucking Yeah, he's just-
No. Give me a second.
Go back
I'm
to
not
your
being a
original
fucking
setting
monkey for you.
and
I've got
show.
this at 0
Yeah,
degrees. How much do you want me to tilt it, Flat Earth Data?
No,
How much?
This is what I want you to do.
You don't want me to tilt it.
Listen, go
What
back
do you
to
want?
your last. Listen, go back to your last example, to what you were, and show us the orientation of the angle you just had the Earth at during your during those sun angles you just said. Show us the rotation part of the Earth.
23.4.
No, no. Go back to your original example. Control Z. Go back. Command Z. Go back. So you're not altering anything. We want to see the
What are you on
original.
about? I'm going to do it for you
Shut
now.
the
What do you
fuck up,
want?
liar.
What do you
liar.
want?
Command Z. Command Z. I want.
What do you want?
I want
What
you
do you want of
I
this?
want you to
Yeah,
command Z.
you know, I think he has he suspects that there may have been some manipulation gone on, and he wants
Right,
to get
okay.
controls out.
So let's do it correctly now.
Command Z.
So
Command
what
Z.
I know what
You're
he's
a
trying to do,
fraud.
Ramsey.
You're a fraud right now.
Can I tell you what he's... Put him on mute and I'll tell you what he's going to do.
You're a fraud if you can't do command
Put him
Z.
on mute and I'll tell you what he's trying to do. I'll
You're
explain it to
lying,
you right
dude.
now.
You're
Okay,
lying.
well, you
Don't
tell
put,
us-
Don't
you-
put me on mute.
you
Tell him
t-
to command Z.
To be honest,
Well,
can
stop him fucking talking and I'll
You're
show
a
you what he's
will
trying to get me to
control?
do.
You will control Z though, will you?
No, I'm going to show you what he's trying to get
Exactly. Why? Because
Are
you
you
told
ready?
us what you were up to in your
So,
last
shut up,
example. I saw the
dickhead.
coordinates.
Shut up, dickhead.
Ranty, it's recorded.
Shut up,
Yeah,
dickhead.
He's so stupid.
Flat Earth
He's
Data,
so
yes,
stupid
it's
that he had the
recorded.
rotation at
Ranty.
14 degrees while
Can I
he's
tell you what
showing
he's trying to
that
get me to do or not?
Okay, go ahead,
Lying.
Stingray. Go ahead, Stingray.
Right,
Flat Earth
okay.
Data. You've got to let him give him. You've got to give them the
So,
rope, and you
what
can
he's
always come back
trying to...
another time.
Right, do we all see this rotation panel here? Can you make out the numbers on this, yes?
Yes, we can all see it. I've got high
Okay,
definition.
awesome. Now, what he's going to postulate is the following. He's going to say that when I rotate this in the local 23-degree axis, this no longer shows 23 degrees. And that's correct, it won't. But that doesn't mean it's not rotating at 23 degrees.
Command
now,
Z,
I
go
could,
back to your
now
Command
I could,
Z,
now
Command
what I'm
Z,
doing
you
is
lying
if we do
dirtbag.
this, we can
Command
see
Z, go back.
that this changes.
Yeah,
but that
exactly.
doesn't actually change the axis that it's
You're
rotating
You're
on.
going to change the
Now,
position
one
of the
way-
angle.
Oh,
You're
shut
going to
the
change
fuck
the position
up.
of the angle.
Shut
You're lying,
the fuck up.
disingenuous dude.
Shut the fuck
You can
up.
model to
Shut
make
the
it
fuck
work
up.
in
Okay.
Shut the
Shaw.
fuck up. Shut
Right,
the fuck
I'm,
up.
model
Shut
to
the
make
fuck
it work.
up.
Well,
The
Shut the
default don't
fuck
work.
up.
The
Shut the
default don't
fuck
work,
up.
dude. You're
Shut
full
the
of you're
fuck
a
up.
fraud. That's why
Shut
you
the
won't
fuck
command
up.
Z. You won't
Shut
command
the
Z, dude. You won't command Z at all. You're a busted fraud. You'd have nothing to hide, dude, if you just command Z.
okay, right, okay. So enough of the swearing.
I'm rotating. I'll tell you what. I'll build it the way that it should be built, where he'll have.
Command
He
Z.
won't be able to
Command
do
Z.
anything about it. Here we
Command
go.
Z and it solves it, you lying piece of scum. Command Z, you won't do it because you know you're
I'll show you,
caught.
disingenuous fucking
I
prick.
caught you,
You
dude.
know what you're trying to do,
I
you
caught you
dickhead.
twice today.
Right, here we go.
Right,
Here we
okay.
go.
Here we go. Just from scratch. So I'm going to put
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
on mute. I'm going to let you build it again. So everyone's going back on mute for a time being. So you got 2 minutes to redo this, and then I'm going to bring Flat Earth Data back again.
No, I'm not going to redo the fucking thing. I'm just gonna nullify the. All he's saying, and anybody that knows Blender knows that when you rotate in a local coordinate system, it will actually change this. There might be a way to. Wait a minute, let me just have a look. I could change it to quaternium, but that's not going to. Oh, delta transforms, maybe. Wait a minute, give me a sec. I got an idea. I'm not actually a Blender user, so this is quite interesting to me. So, yeah, so what I have here... Yeah, so his contention is this isn't staying at 23. But the problem is, this axis is exactly like the Earth. This matches reality, and this is what the Earth is doing. Now, the issue is that this coordinate system doesn't match, but I can show you that it actually does if I put this in a hierarchy so that it maintains this number for him, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's a flawed argument. It really is, and it's a waste of my fucking time. The fact that it doesn't.
You could have command Z'd it and showed us the model how it's a flaw in your model and try to deflect it or project it on me. You're busted in real time again.
So here we go. So now I'm going to build a hierarchy, and this is the last fucking hoop that I'm going to jump through for dickheads that don't understand this. I'm really sorry. So now what I'm going to do is, anybody that's interested in this, all I'm doing is separating the rotation axes so that we can see them better. And I can show you that it is in fact rotating correctly. So now I'm going to parent.
We're not interested in the rotation.
Oh, shut up.
We're just looking at the angle.
Shut up.
And the
So
shadow.
now I'm going to parent this.
You're just a
and I'm going to parent it to the
filibuster
object.
Weirdo. Dude,
Now
man.
what I'm going to do.
Somebody who goes through all
now
this
what I'm going to do
craziness.
is I'm going to I can rotate this, but I'm going to parent it to this so that I can have inherited rotation. It doesn't alter the effect. It doesn't alter the visual at all.
So then why are you talking? Then how are you proving my angle wrong then?
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to rotate this minus 23.4 degrees. So there we go. Now I'm minus 24 degrees. Now I'm going to use this only to actually rotate.
Let's see the sun position.
And your problem is what?
Your problem is what, dickhead? Let me see the sun now. Go to your top bar and let's see the sun coordinates.
The sun's here.
Click at. Let's see your sun coordinates. So why are you're where are your coordinates at? You're at 0 position. You're at. Why is your location there? 0 to all out and go 90 degree. Why are you doing that?
90 degrees.
Why are you having your sun move in a different position?
I'm not moving at all.
Your sun location is not parallel to the Earth, dude. Look at the location, X, Y, and Z coordinates. Go to 0
This is
out.
right, for everybody that gives a
Go
shit,
to
this
0
is a parallel. Wait a minute. This is a parallel fucking light. There, it doesn't matter where this is. It changes not a blind fucking thing because it's parallel fucking light.
So go. Why is the sun coming in from that degree? You have to change its position. So what did you do?
What do you want? What do you want? Do you want all these 0? Is that what you want?
Go to 0.
Okay. 0. Yeah. And now what? Now what?
Okay.
What are we doing now?
So listen, the sun.
What are we doing now?
Go to the position of the Earth.
Yeah. Position of the Earth. I'm here. This is the Earth.
I want to. No, go highlight it, buddy. Highlight it.
The position of the Earth. Yeah.
Highlight it. Select the Earth.
This is it. This is it.
No,
this is the root
select
hierarchy.
The Earth. Select the Earth, you moron.
That's it.
There you
Yeah.
go. So why is the Earth not tilted there?
Because I use this axis to tilt it, you fucking
liar.
retard.
You fucking liars.
Look at this. 23.4 degrees here.
Tilt the physical ball.
23.4 degrees. 23.4 degrees.
No, the ball.
How cool
Click
is that? 23.4.
Click the ball. Click the ball.
Wait a minute. Just for
Tilt
everybody.
the ball.
He's wanting me to rotate the ball and not use this so that I can actually show relative rotations like a fucked nut.
There you go. There you go, buddy.
Look at that.
Now make sure the sun is coming in a 90-degree line.
90 degree. I've not changed it yet. There we go.
No, delete your sun. Delete your sun. Delete your motherfucking sun. Get rid of it and start a new one and put it at 90-degree parallel to Earth. Do it.
Look, can you see the line?
Do it.
Is that not 90
Get rid
degrees?
of your sun. Get rid of your sun. Delete it and start over and put your sun 90-degree parallel across Earth, just like your model states it is. And then tilt your Earth.
This is the last fucking thing I'm doing because you are a fucking retard that doesn't understand 3D graphics at all.
I just show you in real time doing the same thing. It doesn't match reality, dude.
So here we go. So I'll rotate that 90
No,
degrees.
the sun's not there.
There we go.
90 degrees.
Yeah.
How come your shadow's not even? Because you tilted the Earth, right?
Shadow's not on because I turned shadows off, I guess.
Yeah,
Context
you got
shadows,
rid
there
of.
we
You changed the settings in your sun features. You're just a deceptive monkey, dude.
I changed what, sorry?
You
I
can
changed
change
what?
your. You can change your refraction.
Okay, so the shadows are in. Hold on, the shadows are in. The shadows are in. Right. Okay. Carry on.
Yeah. Okay. Now what? What am I doing?
Sunrise.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. There we go.
Sunrise. So is that east, southeast? I don't think so.
Wait a minute. Yeah, east. East is here. This is this winter or summer? Wait a minute. This
not
is
southeast.
Wait a minute. Give me a
Ain't
sec.
coming in from southeast.
Oh no, this is winter. Were you comparing summer? You were, weren't you? Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
No, December 10th.
Yeah, December the yeah.
So
it's summer.
negative 23. There you go. Negative 23. It's right there. You already had it, dude.
So
negative 23.
That's summer. This is summer.
Yes, put winter in. Negative.
Oh, you want winter now?
Negative 23.
December 10th.
No. So this is winter. This
and
is,
that's
this
coming
is
in the
the-
east.
sorry, this is summer now.
And it's coming in the east.
Summer, and there we go. It's going south of east. Yeah, south of east.
If you line it up towards the North Pole, straight on, it's coming in on the east. You're only angling it that way.
There we go. So there we go. This is south. This is the south north. This here. This is north to south. This here, and it's coming in. The sun is coming in south of east. It's coming in south of east. I don't know what else you want.
So in my model,
I'm not jumping through any. I don't give a shit about your model. You're a fucking Egypt retard.
no, dude.
If you do it properly, it works. Do you want me to send you this? Is that what you want? Do you want me to send you this?
Send me this project file. FlatEarthData@yahoo.com. I did
Oh,
the
wait a
exact same thing, dude.
I know, and you fucked up. Add lines.
No, I
Wait a
did. I
minute.
show you.
It's really simple as well. Let me flat Earth data. Post
Yahoo.
the post the
FlatEarthData@yahoo.com.
Okay.
Okay, right. I'm essentially going to sort of like draw a line under this for now, so that if give
Cool.
you time
Cheers,
to have a look back at this. So I'm going to unmute everybody.
Yeah, because anybody could just take a globe and use a sun, and it doesn't work. It doesn't show that. Okay, we ain't saying we're not saying that time and date ain't right. We're saying the globe ain't right. Anybody take a globe?
Matches time and date.
Yeah, but their argument, Rumpus, now I think is it matches time and date, but the globe and time and date are wrong, I didn't get the argument.
No, you just said it.
No. That's not what we're saying, bro. We're saying time and date is right. Time and date is right, but if you use a globe in real life and you take a light for the sun, a flashlight, that's not the way it works, okay? We don't need all this modeling deception or non-deception, whatever. Okay, just take a globe and a flashlight. It doesn't work. It doesn't match.
He just demonstrated it worked. You
Okay,
moron.
so I also demonstrated that it doesn't work. So I'm going to wait for.
You
I'm
got
going to
it
wait for.
completely wrong. You
Yeah,
demonstrated
I'm
you got
going
it
to wait
completely
for.
wrong.
I'm
You
going to wait
even
for
admitted
his.
you had the axis wrong, and
No,
I
I
showed
didn't.
that you didn't
No, I
have
didn't
the
admit
summer
anything.
and the time and date.
You admit
You
the
are
Earth
a
is
complete
flat,
and
dude.
utter moron.
You admit
Dean,
the Earth
quite
is
how you
flat.
managed to put up
So
with
at
that,
the
I
end of
do
the
not know.
day,
You had the
that's for
patience.
sure.
You had the
That's for
patience of a
sure you
saint there,
admit that.
Dean. Patience
I
of a saint.
I show you in real time the same thing. So I can't wait to see Dean's projects, FlatEarthData@yahoo.com, and I will compare the data. I will see exactly the coordinates that he chose. He'll show me what it is.
You how it matches timeanddate.com. You utter
It
moron.
matches in June. It doesn't match in December on a ball, and it doesn't match.
You just showed it.
It doesn't.
Look,
it doesn't
the only
match.
way to do it in real life is to put
utter moron.
The only way to get it to work in real life with a globe is to tilt the Earth away from the flashlight. Okay,
That's
what
right.
don't you understand about that, clown?
What don't you understand about the fact that the Earth is tilting, you moron?
But
it has to be tilted more than 20. It has to be tilted more than 23 degrees. 23
in December, it's
So
tilted
funny.
toward the sun, dude.
The Earth's tilting. I mean, my God,
Khaled,
he doesn't know
are you happy
anything about
with what I did?
anything. God,
Khaled,
Dean,
are you
I don't know how
happy?
you put up with that. You're getting a load of abuse about lying, and you were just showing on screen what you were doing, and this
I'm
utter
fine.
wanker was having a go at you. So well done for putting up with that.
Yeah, no, I'm
No,
fine.
all I'm saying is in real
I did absolutely everything live that anybody asked me to do. They can go back and have a look at it. There was no deception. It fucking matched. I've never done that before in my life. But guess what? I wasn't scared that it would match 100%. Why do you think that is?
Why, if I take a globe and do what everybody keeps telling you to do, and I point Australia toward the globe, toward the sun, okay, like it does in December, that's not what we see, okay? The flashlight comes in from the north, okay? Anybody at home can do this. Take a flashlight, shine it as the sun, okay? Now, take your globe and tilt Australia towards the sun. Have it towards the sun, okay? The tilt, that's the South Hemisphere's summer, okay? And that's December, okay? What you're doing is you are basically switching over to June or July. Each time you switch people to do their demonstrations. Anybody can do it in real life. It doesn't match time and date.
And Tom perfectly. His model matched timeanddate.com perfectly.
That's because he's doing it backwards every time. He's switching over.
He did it exactly correct.
No,
I
he
was
didn't.
checking
I'm
what he
looking
was
at-
doing.
I'm
I
looking
checked
at
all
my
the
model right
orientation,
now.
and he got it completely correct.
Ranty, is there a way that I can show him real time? I can just do it. because my model just basically, I'm looking at it right now. I have it tilted at the same coordinates, the same system, and I'm getting the angle, the shadow in a different angle. So
you didn't even have the axis right for Earth data. You admitted to not having the axis done correctly.
If you know, hold on, wait a second, Rumpus. He's asked me a question. If he can present his screen, I mean that's sure. I mean, underneath the show channel, you'll see screen. You click that, and then you select what you want to present. If you're struggling with bandwidth or something, then you can always upload it to your channel, and I'll present it tomorrow.
Yeah, do that. God. Ranty, you shouldn't have allowed Flat Earth Data to abuse Dean in the way he was, with all calling him God knows everything under the sun, being a liar, and all he was doing, you could see, all he was doing was manipulating correctly what was going on in Blender. And that little wanker who can't cope with reality being shoved down his throat decided it's time to turn and abuse.
He's asking him to do something and he wouldn't do it.
He did everything that was required.
No, he's trying to tell Ranty. He's like, Ranty, this is what he's trying to do. He's right there. Do what he's asking, right?
So there was one point they wanted to bring up, and like I said, Rumpus, you know the axial rotation.
Yeah.
When you rotate in local axis, Blender does not show you those local transforms. It shows you relative world transforms. And what he was going to complain at is it didn't show 23.4 anymore because Blender doesn't display that, which is why I did it in a hierarchy so that he couldn't say that.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. I think you were being rather generous with his understanding of Blender. I don't think he understood any of what you just said.
I can rotate my model, and the axis stays the same. I'm looking at my coordinate systems right now. If I take the axis and just rotate it, it stays at 23.4.
Yeah, because that's world coordinates, dipshit. That's why it don't work.
But hold on.
Switch to local.
Hold on, everyone. When you do that, you are spinning the axis, thus changing the season, and that's why you were trying to get December, but you get the equinox instead of the summer.
No,
that's what he's saying. No. Yeah. What
I've seen you messing with the wrong axis, and you changed the axis orientation in space.
Hey, Callie, do you have a
around the axis?
And I mean, you can even see this in his video because when he rotates it, and all fair play to him, Flat Earth Data, you actually have a north-south pole in there going through the poles, but you can see that it's oscillating. Guess what? That doesn't fucking happen in our model.
Yeah, I left that there.
He's not rotating it around the axis
because
of the Earth.
The angle.
And he said earlier that he intended to do that to confuse everybody. Well, he's confused himself. He's demonstrating the moron.
So listen, when you look at this model, and I have it set at when I just create it, and it's set at 000 all the way across.
We can't see anything, Flat Earth Data. If you're trying to present something, we can't see it.
I guess I'll have to upload this.
Screw a model. Khaled, do you have a globe at your house? Khaled, do you have a globe?
Yeah, let's all jump through hoops for people that don't understand.
Yeah, man, this is anybody. I'm standing in front of a globe, dude. This is ridiculous. Talking about these models and.
If you're wait a minute, if you're in front of a globe, Brian, you show us it.
Yeah, you do it.
I can't screen share, man.
Oh.
No, hold on. Let me join from a different phone. I'll screen share. Okay, hold on.
Moron.
Okay, cool.
Dean, you shouldn't have gone through so many hoops for that idiot. You overindulged him.
Hey, let me see your phone. Here, I gotta show them this real quick.
Another issue that when you measure the angles, that you should have the point where you're looking at in the center of the ball, just to have more accurate.
Hey, would you get that off?
Did you just steal? Right,
hold on, buddy.
Ranty, can you turn Brian down, and can you turn Crow up, and can you restore my volume to how it should be? Because we're getting Brian shouting it over
everybody.
Loud enough.
You're loud enough, Rumpus.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, I know
I'd say tone it down. Tone it down a decibel or two.
Okay,
listen, I'm just going to say, Brian has a very big voice.
No, he doesn't. His volume is turned
No, it's not. It's on 83. His volume's on 83%. Your volume, Rumpus, is on 89%. Crow's volume is on 200%.
Oh right. Okay.
Damn.
So I'm having to mess around with. Yeah, I'm having to mess around with everybody.
Get a bloody proper microphone.
To keep everybody in check.
Oh, and now you got feedback.
I'm big as
Khaled.
There you go. Just muted him for the time being until he sorts that issue out. Right, okay, so I'm going to bring
Anyway, besides that, I mean, no offense to anybody, I did enjoy that quite a lot. I will send Flat Earth Data at yahoo.com the file, which I've just done now, I'm going to say, please send me yours. Because what Flat Earth Data will do, he'll say that the axis changes, but in fact it doesn't. The way to do it in Blender is do it in a hierarchy. You can look this up through tutorials. Just search for how do I maintain local rotation axis on objects, and you can place it in a hierarchy to do that.
Dean, was he rotating the axis of the Earth rather than actually rotating around the axis?
All he did was he rotated the Earth to 23 degrees, then he rotated the Earth world coordinates, which meant the axis oscillates obviously on a well, it doesn't oscillate.
This is what I did to clarify. I started from scratch.
By the way, I sent you that file.
Yes, I will send you mine.
Cheers.
I added the sphere. The sun is already there at default. I changed the angle to 90 degrees. I take the y-axis, the ball, and I tilt it either plus or negative 23.4. I center out using my XYZ coordinates. I can center it out so it's flat to the frame. I tilt it on the y coordinates, and then it's already set. All I have to do is go into that position. Like for instance, I'm tilting when I do the 20.5, tilting Earth towards.
There's no point in you describing it. Just send Dean the bloody file instead of guessing what you mean. Just send Dean the bloody file. Just describing it verbally is of no use to anybody.
I did notice though, Rompus, it was actually of use because he didn't say I switched to local axis to perform the rotation, which is where it all went wrong.
It's not about rotation. Rotation has nothing to do with the angles, okay? The angles are where the position of the tilt Earth is and where the sun angles are coming from. According to your model, it's parallel straight line. So I'm holding true to your model.
No, you're not.
Yes,
You've got to rotate the Earth appropriately, and you're not.
By two functions.
Look, just send Dean the goddamn file and we'll go into it then. Or we'll do it tomorrow. There's no point in you verbally describing a load of crap. Send him the file.
Yes.
And then Dean can pull it apart. And I'll have a go at it as well.
I love the way everybody volunteers me to do work.
It's really easy.
Sorry, Dean. Dean, I'll tell you what, I'll do it. I'm getting myself in. I'll have a go with Blender. I'm sure I can get the. I'm sufficiently capable of. I know Blender. I'm sure I'm capable of quickly getting up to speed and doing what is required to demonstrate he's an idiot.
Ditch Maya. Come over to the Blender deck side.
The best part about it is it doesn't match on a physical ball. If you actually do the demonstration
on a because you're a moron.
No, dude. I've had so many people
Dean
try
has
it.
just demonstrated that it works perfectly.
He didn't, because I have the same demonstration real time.
No, you don't have the same demonstration.
Yes,
you got it wrong, and Dean got
his
it
axis
right.
His axis was changing.
No, it
every
wasn't.
time. Yes, he does. Sorry, not his axis. The angle of the sun was changing every time he changed his position. That's what he was doing.
No, he wasn't doing that at all.
I never touched the sun. It's all on fucking video.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
All he did, and you could see it. He was
when you rotate it, it's locked to a coordinate system. When you change the coordinate system, it changes the angle. That's what it does.
You could see all he did was to rotate the Earth about its axis.
Rotate the sun, move the sun, change the angle.
You could see it on screen. That's all he did. What do you mean that's wrong? That's what the Earth does. It just rotates around its axis, and that's what he did.
He's changing the sun angle.
No, he didn't. You could see what he did. He rotated the Earth around the north-south axis, you moron. You're just denying reality, what we saw him doing now. Dean, tell him that.
Just did the model myself, substantiating my claims. You just did a model. You just did a model that. And what you did, you added more features. Than just basically parallel lines.
I just like to thank
angle.
I'd just like to thank B-Ball for alerting me that. He actually asked me what's wrong with this video. Sent me Flat Earth Data and Flat Earth Data's video, and I said it's just not rotating on the fucking axis. That's all. Which is the only reason I came on. But thank you. I've had a lovely time, and I shall speak to you all later.
Well, I didn't get an email.
See you later, Stingray.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Wait a minute. Send me an email.
What's your email? Tell me what it is. I'm writing it down now.
DW Cello. CELO. Yeah.
At
gmail.com. It's a flat Earth only email. address.
So Ranty, can you prepare for tomorrow then? We'll for Dean to come in and show what's wrong with this model. That'd be most amusing for everybody.
I did, but wait a minute. I sent it to flatearthdata@yahoo.com.
I didn't get any.
I wouldn't say Flat Earth data model is wrong. It's correct, but it was rotated
Wait a minute.
wrongly.
Wait a
That's
minute.
the wrong model then, Crow.
Flat Earth. I'm
I
just
kept it
going to
real
show you.
simple into
Wait a
your
minute.
model, which is parallel
Wait a
lines
minute.
and an
Wait a
axis
minute.
tilt.
Wait a minute.
If you do that with an actual physical model, it doesn't work. I put it into Blender, it also doesn't work. I will find out
You got
shortly
it wrong.
what you've done with your local coordinate systems and what you add to it. It
Alright.
doesn't. It doesn't work in practicality, Rumpus.
It
If you
does.
take,
So
it
flat
doesn't.
Earth, flat Earth. Wait a minute. Just look at this. How about flat Earth data at yahoo.com? I suspect you act lots, but here you go. Please send me yours. And I put fed_data.blend.zip, so it's a zipped file, and it's only 312 meg. I haven't sent you the texture, but obviously you know you can apply any texture to it. So there you go. Cool, huh? I eagerly await yours.
If you have a problem communicating the email addresses, why don't you type them into the chat here? If there's some communication problem there, in the general, it'd be best in the text channel general at the top there. Why don't you just type your relevant email?
And I'm gonna volunteer Rumpus for tearing yours apart because I don't like being commanded to do things.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, you were given you did very well there to take a load of crap and being told what to do, and you did it. Yeah, I can understand that. I thought you tolerated that very well, actually, Dean.
There's a question that I have. If Flat Earth data made something wrong just to be a bait for us to come, wouldn't that display wrong angles, and thus the whole point of the video is moot?
Yeah, it does seem a bit
No, because all I did, I didn't add any extra features to it. All I did was under the principle of straight lines of light and straight angles to Perth. So what I did is I lined it up straight and just tilted the Earth with straight lines. I didn't concentrate on the rotation because it's not about the rotation. It's about the position of the tilt of the Earth and the way it casts angles of light, because I wasn't highlighting the rotation.
Flat Earth, why?
Nothing about the rotation.
What did you, Flat Earth, reveal the trick to us now? What did you do to make me come in?
So I know Globers are easily triggered. They're easily triggered by the smallest.
Don't tell me the story, just tell me what the fuck the answer is to my question. What did you do specifically to get me to come in?
Anybody, but you were one of the people that I was looking forward to.
Yeah, there you go. Now, brilliant. Another fucking story. Tell me the exact thing you did to make me come in.
I didn't. You made an error. You made a deliberate error.
I didn't.
Listen. Let's do it. Come on. Reveal the amazing trick in your amazing intellect. Go for it.
I didn't make the video with its proper rotation intentionally, because I was just highlighting the angles and parallel lights. It had nothing to do with rotation, but I knew you guys would jump on the rotation and negate the angles, so I can bring this into light to get everybody to model the ball Earth to prove you wrong.
So you put out something where you didn't
to
model
get
the
you in here to prove
rotations
you
correctly, and shove
No,
that out to your
I wasn't
community
aiming at the correct. It wasn't about
this is
rotation.
Truth. Interesting.
Sorry, no.
Interesting.
It's obvious the rotation is not.
You are definitely a plant by us, aren't you?
Yeah. The way it's rotating wasn't the point. It was the angles. What's the point? The point is you
Oh,
guys.
wait a
were
minute.
focused-
And you think rotation or rotational axis being inconsistent won't change angles? That's interesting. You're either fuckwit, deluded,
No,
or intentionally dishonest.
you're-
Awesome.
again-
I've got my answer.
again-
Either of
again-
those. Well done, kid.
No,
well done.
again,
Love it.
you are negating for the fact is that I shot it, tilted it with parallel lines showing the angles are wrong without rotation, you moron. Showing you that rotation doesn't save your ass. The angles are wrong.
I'll tell you what.
That's it.
You send me your file, fuck tits, and we'll have a look, shall we?
I'll tell you what, this is the most time I've heard you swear, Stingray. In fact, I don't think I've heard you ever swear.
In all seriousness, I hold no malice for your Flat Earth data. I find you amusing, and I'm really sorry if I come across offensive to anybody. I don't actually mean it, and I am just having a laugh. So yes.
You were seriously
better for me. It's more of it's.
No, but honestly, I'm really not. I'm not triggered, even though I was acting triggered. I actually find this quite amusing, or else I would have just said, "Oh, fuck it, I'm off."
Well, you know, you seem to be claiming a victory that you might not be entitled to right now. I mean, Flat Earth Data's still got to go. Flat Earth Data's still got to go ahead and put it into. Hold on. He's still got to go in and look at all the data that you provided and see what he can come up with. And I'm hoping that he'll do something tomorrow.
And Ranty, anybody with Blender, which is an open source free program, you've now got a Blender tutorial on your stream on how to do exactly the same thing. They can do the exact same thing because it was live. And they will get exactly the same result with timeanddate.com,
and you'll get
which
the
was my
exact
only
results
thing.
with
So
mine.
let's not forget the Dean's
You'll get the
model
exactly. Would you like me to add? Would you actually? Would it make you feel better? Would it? Yeah, my matches.
Agreement between Dean's model and timeanddate.com.
Listen,
Not
my
yours
model.
yet,
I
Fred.
didn't add rotation because it wasn't relative to the angle. Rotation has nothing to do with the angle.
You
It's
even
the
admit
tilt.
you got it wrong.
It's the tilt. So
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
got it
get
wrong.
nothing
You've
wrong,
even
dude.
admitted you didn't model it
Sorry,
correctly
Rumpus.
now.
You're delusional and you're putting
You're a
words in my
moron.
mouth.
You
Let him finish,
model
Rumpus.
it correctly, and now you don't get the right result, and now you're saying, "Oh, I've modelled it incorrectly deliberately." But
No.
you've modelled it
Again,
incorrectly. Your
wrong.
motivation
Wrong.
is irrelevant. You got it
I
wrong.
angled it towards Perth, towards December in summertime, and looked at the angles. I wasn't interested in modeling the rotation.
Exactly.
Knowing
So that's why you got it wrong.
no, it has nothing to do with rotation,
That's
bro.
why you got it wrong. And
Wrong.
we'll look at that
No.
tomorrow. We'll go through it tomorrow, and we'll pull it apart.
Rumpus, stop. I've just got a quick question. If you're not bothered about the rotation, how did you create a tilt?
Going into the coordinate systems and the y-axis and changing it between minus and plus. That's it.
So what you did was you rotated the object, right?
Nope. I took the rotation of the tilt of the object and tilted it on the y-axis to either 23.4 or minus 23.4. The sun was already positioned.
With wait a minute, with Australia closest to the sun at that point, at zenith, yeah?
Who
You're
cares?
on
Dean,
mute.
Just let him give you the file, and this is irrelevant. This is what he did or did not do. We'll just deal with the result that he's got, and then we'll pull it apart tomorrow to have a most amusing, entertaining half an hour or so of poking this idiot in the eye, and when he claims he did model it correctly, when he's sort of saying he didn't model it correctly.
So here's the thing, Rumpus.
Still waiting for your file, Fed.
Yeah, I know. If I put the rotation in and my angle doesn't change, what does that state?
Why are we still waiting for your file, Fed? Why are you afraid to send it to Dean?
I'm not sending it. I'm just rendering it. I'm just exporting
Why
it out.
not? So you're not going to send the file to Dean, is that right?
Rumpus, I'm doing it right now, you moron.
What? Well, you've
Okay,
give him minutes to send him a file. How much long does it take to say save? And
Give
then
him some
email
time.
him?
I want to say something to Stingray.
Yes, I got the fucking seasons wrong to begin with, and I rotated the Earth the wrong way when I thought it was right.
No. I'm not talking about your model. I'm talking about
Okay.
Flat Earth Data model.
Okay.
It has the proper tilt. It's good. The sun is parallel, and everything is good.
Yeah.
But then he hold some rolling something that's rolling up there, and he spent the whole thing, meaning that he rotated the axial tilt. So meaning that he changed the season while he was trying to
Correct.
reach.
Yes.
No, because
So
no.
what
because
happens
is
is
an honest
Blender.
mistake.
Blender. Yeah, no.
Listen,
Well,
doesn't
maybe,
matter if I
maybe.
tilt, if I take Perth and I tilt it at that point in time, it will always rotate to that point in time at that tilt, meaning the angles won't change.
Look, I just sent Ranty a video of an actual globe that's tilted 23.4 degrees and a sun that is 90 degrees. I just sent Ranty a video through his email. I might be able to share it, but if you could.
So Flat Earth
Okay,
Data,
give me a
I think you're
second to
editing-
find that.
Can I just say, I think Flat Earth Data is editing this file. If he had it, he'd be able to send it to Dean in about 5 seconds. And the fact that he's taking so long to send it suggests he's fiddling with it, and then he can perhaps present it to Dean saying, "Oh, look, I've actually got it done correctly now." He's being a little devious twat.
No,
here,
you
obviously.
won't be able to do that, really.
Well, he can do but he can fiddle with what his original model we've exposed as idiotic, and he's going to do something to it. And then it's
What
going
if it
to
does? It won't. If it does, it won't match
I
his
mean,
video.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's trying to find some devious
sent
way of
to
doing
you.
that. That's what he's doing.
Stingray, Dean sent to you already.
Oh yeah, cheers. I've got it.
So the point is, it's real simple. It's real basic. There's no function to it. Do me a favor, add the rotation informing button, see if the angles change, because they won't change. That's the whole point, is to get you guys going on fucking rotation and all this other stuff, negating the angles of the Earth. You can make it work in the blender. I've done it. But you have to change the sun angle, or you have to change the tilt more of the Earth. That's the only way to get the sun coming up from the bottom like that. That is a fact. And in reality,
he doesn't need to do that, Flat Earth. He's giving you a
you have to.
demonstration.
Okay, can you right? Listen, guys. Listen, guys.
Can I
just a second. I'm presenting something. If you wanna click me live. This is what Brian wanted to present with using a real globe. So let's have a look. Well, a real globe model. It's only a 50-second long clip, so let's see. I've turned the volume off because I don't think you need the volume.
I can't watch it for some reason.
Really?
Like when I click on watching stream, it's not giving it to me.
Yeah, it just shows two little spinny things. I might have to watch it on the YouTube page, I think. Or is it working for you now?
No, it's not working for me. I can't get it.
Yeah, watch it on the YouTube thing.
That's odd.
Well, it could just be.
I was watching it on Discord. It was good, but I didn't see any Norman or something.
Oh, right, okay.
Right, I've just reshared it. Let's see if.
Oh yeah, no, now I can. Now I could. Yeah, now I can. Come up for me.
Okay, so Brian, what are you presenting here, bud?
Oh wow, Analemma.
Yeah, Analemma.
Oh, shut up, English, please.
he's going to show you that the only way in a practical demonstration like this is to have the sun angled lower to get that southeast direction.
Well, it needs to be. He needs to have his sun horizontal. He needs to have it the same as the center of the Earth. He needs to have his.
We got it, Rumpus. Yes, 90-degree parallel to the equator.
Right.
We got
so
it.
He's
the
got
point
it above,
is,
he's currently got it above
the point is, the tilt will put the sun direction over Tropic of Cancer. The problem is that Perth's at 32 degrees. It don't work, dude.
It works perfectly. Dean
it doesn't.
It works.
No, he didn't. He was fraudulent.
You've been shown.
You were being fraudulent. No,
he was
being fraudulent. He would not command Z. He would not command Z go back to show the previous settings.
It works.
And then he came up with the argument. Oh well,
you know,
the tilt actually changes, and this is why. No, in my model, the tilt don't fucking change. No, in my demonstration, the tilt don't work. I've got basic geometry going. I've got basic geometry going in my example. 90-degree parallel light at 23.4 degree tilted Earth.
Say, Dean demonstrates.
I will look. I will look at the model. I will look at the model, and I will see the added things that he added to it. Because keeping it simplistic, yes, he did.
He was very simple.
He changed the tilt of the sun. In the way he finagled his coordinates. My system is straight on parallel lights with a tilted Earth, as you would demonstrate on a fucking coffee table.
That's all he had.
No, he's changing the angle of the
We'll
sun.
just look at your model.
Bottom line.
We'll play with
either the tilt
tomorrow.
changes or the angle of the sun changes to get those angles. That's the only way it works.
We'll play with your model tomorrow, and then we'll show you you're an idiot. We've already shown that.
Dude, it's already on fucking YouTube. It shows you in real time.
You're right, it is.
I don't.
Be an idiot.
I don't hide anything. No, I show you exactly what to do. I show you exactly what to do.
Flat Earth. I'm just going to share my screen again. Flat Earth. Have a look at this. So this is your file, and so I just want to show you. I just want to ask you a question. So let's go live on this. Can you see this right now? Because I see what you've done, and everything's fine.
You got it.
Okay. Yeah. So Flat Earth, you looking?
I can't see.
I am live.
I'm presenting it on YouTube as well, so I mean,
I could reshare if you can't see it.
I can see it. Well, I can see it. So
my question to you, Flat Earth. I mean, you've got the axis here, and I take it this is the north-south axis. That's fine. So my question to you is, when you rotated this, did you do it via this mechanism here in Z? Yes. Yes or no?
It's gone quiet.
Yes. So when I use
awesome.
System,
so wait a minute.
When I use that system,
so wait a minute.
When I
so
use
let
that
me
system, let me
do
finish.
This. Okay.
Zero it out all first, because what I do in my video is I zero it all out. I show you that I add a 90-degree sun, put in the top window, show it 90-degree sun,
minus
I'm fine with this, though.
23.5, minus 23.5 degree.
Yeah, got it.
Make sure that you rotate to the position the sun's on, ready? And then just go and just go look at the angles. The angles don't match, dude.
Right. So when you rotate this now,
I'm not rotating the body.
if you use this,
I'm not
it
rotating the body. I'm
rotates
just rotating
in
the
a global
camera.
axis. You see what's happening here?
I'm not rotating.
It rotates in a global axis.
It's not
now,
about the rotation.
Here, what you have to do.
It's not about
go up here, click this,
So,
go to local,
go
to local, and then rotate that around the axial rotation.
The angle
There
doesn't
you
change.
go.
The
Look at
angle
that.
doesn't change.
Works
Once
fine.
again,
Works
your
fine.
angle. Yeah, I
Works
understand.
Awesome.
But the
Yours
the
works
angle
fine.
doesn't change.
It's all right. Just say user error. Can you pronounce user error?
So at the end of the day,
Look at
I
that.
wasn't
User
looking to-
error.
Yeah,
User
I wasn't looking
error.
to do that.
User
What did I tell you?
User
Haven't I told you,
error.
Stingray?
User. I'm gonna stop.
But we agreed. We all understood this. He didn't.
From that
he wasn't
position,
rotating around the axis.
from the position of summer
He's
at a
a dickhead.
23.5 degree, had nothing to do with rotation to get
You were
the angle.
rotating around,
It's the tilt.
You were rotating around the zero, and you weren't rotating around the axis of the Earth. You utter more. We said this. Crow said it. I said it. Dean said it.
Wrong.
It's now being demonstrated. That's
When
what
you
did.
tilt the
You
Earth,
when
you tilt the Earth towards the light, it don't change. It don't matter about spin. Again, I keep reinforcing this.
You rotated it around
Dean,
the wrong
Dean,
thing, didn't you?
Dean, no, I
Flat Earth,
didn't.
yes. Yeah, flat
So
Earth.
Dean, so listen, when I had it set out for zenith and I have the sun at a 90-degree parallel and I tilt the bottom of this Earth on the y-axis towards the sun, tell me how that's wrong.
It's not wrong, but you cannot rotate
you.
anything else from that moment, and you did in your video, which is the exact reason why I came onto the stream.
Guess what, buddy? Leave it at that position. Leave it at that position, and then change the sun. Just make the sun spin around the Earth this time, and the angles won't fucking change, dude. So that's the whole point. Again, angles.
That's what you did,
don't
then you did
match.
it wrong again.
No,
I'm really sorry.
I'm
I'm really
showing
sorry
you
that you're not
angles.
getting this.
It don't matter if the Earth is rotating.
Jesus
It don't
Christ.
matter.
Oh
It's
no!
the position
no,
of light
no, flat
to
Earth.
the
Okay,
angle
okay, I'll
that it's being
concede.
subjected to. That's it.
No. I will concede, flat Earth Day. I will absolutely concede. If I don't care about reality, if I'm a religious zealot, and if I will do anything to defend my own point, of course it doesn't fucking
You
matter.
don't care about reality, dude. At all. You fuck around with a ball thinking it's reality, and it's not.
You didn't rotate it around the axis of the Earth. You
The rotate.
utter moron.
Listen, the tilt is what causes the fucking
You
angle.
rotated
right?
the
The
whole
tilt degree.
Earth. You rotated it around a vertical axis, not around the actual axis. You utter moron. When are you going to realize what you did?
Hello?
Demonstrate it, dude. I'm gonna
Hello?
open up Dean's model right now. It doesn't work
Hello?
in reality, dude.
It's the orientation of the tilt in relation to the sun. It's tilted towards the sun or away from the sun. You've been changing that direction of tilt. You've been changing it, thus changing the season. Thus, when tried to get December,
The tilt doesn't change. It's a maximum 23.4. It doesn't change, so the angles
agree.
don't change.
Yeah,
The gnomon doesn't
tilt
change.
doesn't change, but you rotate the tilt in a day instead of rotating the Earth around the axis. I don't know how many times we're going to have to explain this to you. As Crow said, you effectively changed. You kept the Earth in the same place and then changed the seasons of it while you had it in the same place.
So I put light 90-degree parallel
God.
to the
It doesn't
Earth.
get it,
I tilt the Earth. It's that simple.
Oh my God!
If you tilt the Earth,
This is too funny. I've enjoyed it. Cheers, guys. Bye
tilt the
bye.
Rotate around the axis of the Earth, you moron.
If you tilt
rotated
the Earth,
whole Earth.
if you tilt the Earth and have parallel lights to it, you will have angles. Those angles don't change based on the rotation from one point. If you change other points,
You're just
of course
too
it will.
stupid to talk to. You're just too stupid to understand what. I mean, you even claimed you did this
You got-
deliberately, but you still
You
don't
got
understand
nothing,
what you
Rumpus.
did.
You got nothing, Rumpus. The fact
You-
is,
you're
I demonstrated in real time.
You are
And
a moron.
anybody listening to this stream right now can take a practical model themselves, and they will see Dean is wrong. This
Dean
is why I've done it. He
Dean
didn't demonstrate
demonstrated
it.
it
No, he did not. No, he did not. Because no, he did not.
It's pretty easy. If
He
you want
did
me
not.
to make another video of how they're deceiving us, I can make it really easy.
Dean demonstrated it perfectly.
He did not.
And he
You're delusional.
exactly matched
And
time
Rumpus,
date
Rumpus,
dot com.
I hope you
And you
spend your
still
money
don't
on a good
understand
vacation.
what you were rotating.
I hope you
still don't
spend your money well on
understand
vacation.
You were not rotating it around the axis of the Earth, but instead you rotating
nothing to do
the
with rotation.
axis. You rotating the axis around the north-south part of the Earth.
Listen,
and you weren't
if I
rotating
tilt it,
the Earth.
if I tilt it, listen, if I had the camera set up and if it was set at zenith position or 0 position, and I had the camera set there and I didn't move anything and I went into the coordinate system and I just tilted at Australia towards the camera.
But then you rotate.
I'm not changing any fucking rotation. I'm not changing any
God.
body. And what is it doing? Is it showing the angles, dude? And it doesn't have anything to do with the rotation. The angle.
Well. What a show. What a new way to kick off a new kind of format. I hope you enjoyed all that, guys. Coming up to 4 hours now. And yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to record. Hopefully these guys will maybe do a bit of an after show. If they do, I'll record it. If not, we'll just be back tomorrow doing another show. I'm glad this happened, actually. This needed to happen. Hopefully Flat Earth Data may come back with something, and hopefully, maybe a real life model will be better than a model on a computer. Maybe you'll get a different result, who knows. Maybe Flat Earth Data is right all along, and there has been some issues with the Globers and how they presented it. We won't know until more of this has been looked into. But a good 4 hours of them having this back and forth. They've each got each other's data now, which is good, and hopefully we'll come to some kind of resolution with this pretty soon. Right, so that'll do for tonight. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.